have to start recording because funny shit happens when we're not recording.
Recording failed to start for Christina. Please try
Okay.
again. Oh, it just started. I saw your pictures back there, and I almost took offense because I didn't see me up there at all. But now I do see one, like, behind your head.
You're up there twice. What do you mean?
I can't even see that. Oh, okay. Yes. That's Washington. And the one below, where are we? Is that also Washington?
Yes. You see my grandma?
Nice. Aww.
Isn't she cute?
Well, I'm not going to take offense that I'm only up there twice out of, like, 24 pictures.
You know,
but
new girlfriend, new love, lots of pictures.
Yeah, I do see plenty of her.
Yeah, that's how that all started. And then I was like, I should put pictures of other people I love up here also. So there you are.
Thank you. Nice. I'm happy to have made it.
Shut up. You were always going to make it. You're really using that Virgo house to stay organized? The fuck does that even mean? What's a Virgo house?
So you were talking about your, I'm going to mess it up again because I keep thinking astrology, but you did the reading. Oh, wait, no, astrology is right. You had an astrology reading. And it said you had Virgo in your house, and that's what you use to, like, stay organized and shit?
Yes, she fails. She fails often. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You're like, I can't find my charger.
It's Laura. She is a wonderful cleaning lady, but fuck.
Maybe she has Virgo.
Oh, she definitely has Virgo in my house. Her Virgo is all over my house. This is better than the last cleaning lady. She didn't know what, like, she was so innocent and cute. She was like this little girl. She was like 19 from like Mexico. And then she didn't recognize like sex toys, right? Well, they don't always look like, it's not always the shape of a fucking penis, right? So like
usually not actually.
The ones that work.
Like, thankfully.
But the ones that work are not. But anyway, so it's just, if it wasn't like a traditional looking whatever, and I don't keep them like out, right? She had to like go in drawers and shit, but she would organize our drawers. And so like she would take chargers and she would roll them up into perfect whatever, and then she would take the charger for the sex toy that obviously belongs in the fucking room and move it to like the kitchen where the batteries are, right? Like, and we're like, what are you doing? So we just could not find fucking anything, but like in her very simple, like organized brain, it's like, oh, charger here, right? Not like, why would this charger belong on the bedside of a table? Because it's obviously not for a phone. So Ms. Laura, my new cleaning woman, wonderful lady, does the same. I just had to find the stash of power shit that was moved from all around the house to somewhere.
That's funny.
You know when you like buy shit?
It doesn't, I mean, it makes sense unless...
Don't tell anybody I bought it from Goodwill.
Oh. I buy shit from Goodwill all the time,
like
dude.
3 years old and I still have the tune on it. Anyway.
I think I have so much Virgo that I can't keep a cleaning lady. Like, every time I get one, I'm like, you're not cutting it. I feel terrible. I'm like,
so organized makes you a cunt? Is that what you're saying?
I pushed through for a while. Like, the last one I had for like, I gave like 6 months, man. And every time I came home, I was like, I've got like a list of shit that wasn't.
Do you give them feedback for improvement? Or do you just like run around passive aggressively giving them attitude, hoping they understand your message like you used to? Okay.
No. So before I even, choose one, I meet with them. Like, I have them come to my house and I show them my house and I like tell them like, these are the specific things I want you to hit. And if it's like on top of or more than what they would normally do, I'm like, just tell me how much. Like, charge me more. If I'm the only person in the world that wants their baseboards cleaned. Maybe I am. I don't know. But there's like certain things that they're like, well, we don't normally do that. I'm like, okay, fine. Will you do it? And if so, how much do you want to charge me for it? Like, you tell me. It's your service. I don't mind paying. I just want it to be done.
See, this is the benefit of living in a city. I'm telling you.
There's a ton
my God.
available.
A ton.
I know. I have like 5 to choose from.
It's crazy. Do you have the Nextdoor app by you? Yeah.
Yes. I don't use it, but I have it.
Download it and then put on there, I need quality cleaning. I'm not able to find someone who's decent. Like, at least in Denver, I got like, I'm not exaggerating, probably like 60, 70 responses. Yeah, so then I just go through all of them and I copy and paste the same message. Like, what's your standard cleaning? What's your price? Like, and then they all like beg for it and then give you like options like, oh, I usually do this much an hour, but I'll do this much an hour if you give me blah, 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 blah. Like, and I just.
Well, I mean, because there's too much supply apparently.
And it's
like, I have no supply.
Yeah. And it's the same for any service. Like, I did it for a water heater, but then Pam decided to go with the more expensive person anyway, but which is fine. We have hot water.
Nice. Good.
And then I just did it now for painting my room. So I'm going to have somebody paint my room and he's going to charge me $150.
To paint the whole room?
Well, it's half painted, but yes.
Oh, yeah. But, well, so all the hard parts left. Like all the cutting in.
There is no cutting in.
Top and bottom.
Saying that. There is cutting in around the windows. That's it. Everything else, it's going to be saturated. So the doors, the ceiling, everything.
Ceiling too?
Same color.
Shit. Yeah. That's easy.
Right.
I'll do it for $100.
Come on over. I will pay for your plane ticket if you're going to paint my room. Yeah. I'll pay for your painting.
Oh, yeah. That's funny. Andy's friend from Minnesota is a painter, so we flew him out and he painted our house. Like, he got like a vacation in Florida and we got our house painted.
I already have
good deal.
I have paint, I have the rollers, I have the ladder, I have everything. And my post on Nextdoor was like, okay, it's half painted. I don't fucking have the time. I can't look at half painted walls anymore. Like, I don't have the bandwidth to do it. I don't fucking care anymore, but I cannot have half painted walls. It's fucking killing me. And it's been it's been like almost a year. Like, something's got to give. Okay.
A year? It's been like 3 months.
When? Since I started painting?
Since you half painted your room.
That's good. We're going to go with that. It's definitely did more than that. But we're going to go with that. So it'll be a year in November that we moved here. And I did this while I was dating. What's her fucking face? I don't even remember her name.
I can go back through the podcast and find the ones where your walls weren't painted, and then it was.
Yeah. Oh, it's way more than 3 months. Girl, 3 months. Think about that.
Oh, yeah. We haven't even, I think we've done, 1 episode in 3 months.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So maybe closer to 6.
Maybe even more.
We're half right. We're both half right.
Well, see, that's how we compromise when you're wrong. Right? You find a way to be right. That's fine. Fine. Do we have... So frank. Do we have so Virgo. Do we have a subject today, or are we just both sitting? Because I have so much to ask you and tell you and all kinds of shit. But what were you thinking?
Well, I only had one thing to talk to you about because, it freaking blew my mind when I came across this guy on the internet.
Am I gonna get
so? I was gonna tell you about him
by said guy. Oh, okay.
No.
Okay.
No. Oh no. Okay, so his name is Dr. James Hollis. He's a Jungian analyst. Anyway, he's like a psychotherapist that uses psychotherapy that focuses on bringing the balance between the conscious and the unconscious mind. And he's an author. He has a dozen books out there. He's taught humanities, but anyway, he's known for his work on finding meaning and purpose in life, especially in the second half of life. Have you heard about this?
But we are rapidly approaching the second half of life if we're not already there. So
I think you're there, dude. Yeah. Listen. It's okay, so it's the idea that the first half of life focuses on establishing yourself, and the second half emphasizes like inner reflection and becoming your true self. It's finding meaning and purpose beyond achievements and societal expectations. And so he says it's about letting go of the ego, embracing vulnerability, and connecting with a deeper sense of self.
I need to read more. Apparently, all these secrets are in books.
Yeah, right. It's like we would have known exactly what's going on and what we're talking about and what we're going through had we known.
But we can't just read a self-help book and say, oh, that's what's happening or that's what's going to happen. We got to suffer. Suffering has to happen first before we, that is so funny that you just said that. Like, nothing defines the second half of my life so far better than that. That's crazy.
Yeah. And he talks about like suffering in the first half of life and how that affects your second half. He was talking a lot about like how it's things like that that kind of bring you to, usually because he's a therapist, it's things like that that will bring people to him. I forgot how he said it, but basically that suffering is always what gets you to that point in therapy. Like not many people are like, there's nothing wrong, let me go talk to somebody about my life, It's like you have to go through something and then
maybe it's because I am a therapist and maybe that just makes me weird, but like I only seek therapy when things are good. Because
really?
Isn't that weird? Like, because, I guess it's not weird if you think a little bit more about like how I deal with things, right? Like, if I'm going through some shit, I'm gonna, I'm by myself. I'm in my bed. I don't answer my phone. I go in my hole. Like, I don't seek help from you, Pam, Christy. Like, my head just kind of stays in the ground, And so I think that just extends to therapy. Like maybe those are the times that I should have it the most, but I don't know. I can't fathom putting the effort into feeling better. I can only fathom like getting through my day, right? In those moments. And then when I'm good, like now I've been going to therapy very regularly because things have been so good. Like it's just like a fear of losing it. And so you're like, I'm really trying to just maintain it with therapy, right? Like to catch when things are starting to go bad or like to sit and, actually do the work. So when I do get back there, I can figure it out quicker or make it less severe.
Yeah.
But
that makes sense.
But I know that's not ideal. And then when things get bad, I stop therapy.
I mean, I don't think it's weird for you, like you said. I think, sometimes like when I get into a depression, like not just, oh, today was shitty because of XYZ, like that easy stuff. But when I get into a depression, like I'm the same way. I just want to be alone and have my feelings however I'm going to have them. And, sometimes that's like sitting by myself in my closet, just crying it out. Okay. Whatever. Like, I've been there. Whatever gets you to just get up again. And that's like, once I get up, then I've kind of like had my inner moment and then I can talk to people. But like, I definitely have to deal with it myself first. I don't even know if it's like maybe just coming to an acceptance state or something for me. Like whatever it is, it's like, okay, well, this happened or this is happening or this is the, now the change that I need to adapt to or whatever it is. And then I can discuss it. But yeah, I'm definitely a loner.
I wonder why. Like the similarities between us, we've talked about on this podcast 100,000 times. That's another similarity that I feel like lives in the same, like whatever that is, like having to be alone when we were younger, dealing with things. I don't know. Something.
I do think that's it for me. I feel like when I was a kid, I never really had like anyone to go to kind of help me through things. You know, like I didn't have a lot of support, and I felt like, the people that were around me were just gonna let me down kind of thing. So I never really went to anyone about anything. I had to learn how to deal with shit on my own. And I think that just kind of carried over into my adult life.
Yeah.
Like, now that's just how I deal with things. Even if I do have somebody that's around that can support me or would, or that I even trust enough, I haven't gotten there. I don't know if I will. But I also, it doesn't like affect me negatively, I don't think. Like, I don't look at that and go, that's a bad thing, Franny, you shouldn't be doing that.
No.
That's just the way I cope.
I don't think it is either. Maybe we're both biased because we both do it. But
Right?
Yeah, I mean, I know our childhoods were so different. And I didn't have the isolation, like the systemic isolation like you did, right? Like, but I was like, I don't know. It's really interesting because my mom and I found kind of our way back to each other in a weird way, and we have a relationship now, and we gossip like besties, which is a very strange. But growing up, I never felt understood by her, so I just never sought it. No, I don't even know at this point, I think, in my journey and forgiveness journey and all of that, that, like, she wouldn't have shown up the way that I assume she wouldn't have, which has allowed these resentments for God knows how long. I don't know. And I'm not gonna ask because, she believes that she would have, and that's a whole thing. But, like, I didn't believe she would show up, I guess, because of my experience with her. And my dad was working just all the time. So I don't know.
I don't know of a time in my adulthood where, well, I guess that's not true. Maybe I just don't think of it that way. I'm sure I've had moments where like a lot of people would lean on their mother or their parent or whatever through a situation, and I've never done that either, like as an adult. And I don't know that it's because I think she wouldn't have shown up. I think, like I said, now this is just how I do it. And I honestly don't, this is probably the part of the ego that I need to let go, but I don't think anyone can do as much for me as I can do for me.
That's always true. It's not about doing it instead, it's about doing it in support of or in addition to, right? But I mean, your mom couldn't show up for you. She may have wanted to, but I don't think she was in a place to, like, when you were growing up, Like, I don't.
Oh, no, definitely not when I was growing up. I just mean, like, since I've
Well, now you
become an
don't
adult
need her,
and,
right? Like, as a result of not having her. Like, yeah. Yeah. Same. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's fascinating just to know your mom now and to think about that then, right? Like, it's very interesting. It's a mind fuck. Yeah. And for those of you listening who don't know Fran's mom, she is just this sweetest little lady that you would imagine. Just, she's just kind and supportive and, just cute.
Yes.
Yeah. That's fascinating. I guess I never really thought about that similarity.
Me
It's just
either.
another one.
Maybe that is another reason why we connect, because I think some people that might be super close in a friendship like we are, and then to go through those shitty moments and go, I need to do this on my own. Like, I think some friendships would be like, well, why don't you need me? Or I want you to need me, or I want to help you. Like, and that could cause a rift in their relationship. And I think because we do it so similarly, we're just like, cool, Christina needs her time. I know exactly, like, I don't, it's gotta help.
I was trying to explain, this is really helpful. Okay, so I was trying to explain the differences between you and Pam and Christy and how you love, right? To Melissa. So I was explaining like my relationships with you all and like how they all showed up, and we were kind of touching on this, right? Like because I was saying like in the hardest of times I never leaned on that. I never leaned on anyone, right? And so like my place in all of my relationships, even with you all, has always been like problem solver or listening ear or whatever, but never was it that, oh God, I need my friends right now because I'm going through this thing. Or like that's just not it's not how I navigated the world at all. And there was a luxury to that because I hadn't actually experienced anything so devastating that I needed anybody else that I couldn't get over by myself. Right? Like there was never that. And like until my divorce, right? Until I would say this is probably one of the largest crises I've ever had, like in life. And I couldn't do it alone. And so I ran to you all because you were the only ones, right? You, Pam, and Christy were the only ones that I had built enough trust that I had faith that you would be there if I ever needed it, right? And for the first time ever, I needed it, right? And so, like, I was explaining how you all show up and how you show up differently, and that
I show up terribly. Why would you say that? I think I'm the worst at showing up because I don't know how to do it. Like just like I don't reach out to people and then, you know, like for support to get support. Like I don't know what it is that people want in moments. Yeah. So I'm very awkward with it. Like if someone like breaks down and cries in front of me, I'm like the most awkward person in the world. My mom was crying one time and my brother, like we were on a Zoom call and my brother, who's in Oregon, like saw mom crying and he was like, go and hug your mother. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's what I'm supposed to do. Like it doesn't even compute to me. Like I'm just like, know what to do in this moment. Like, except listen. That's all I know how to do. I don't know if people want to be touched. I don't know if they don't want to be touched. I don't know, like, you know, should I speak? Like, I'll even, like, you know, I have to ask, like, do you want my opinion or do you want my support here? Because those are totally different things and people want others, like, to support them in different ways. Sometimes I'm just having a bitch session and I just want you to be like, yeah, fuck her or fuck that. That's, you know, support me even though you don't know what it is. Or sometimes I'm actually trying to figure out a problem and I'm not just bitching. I'm like looking for advice. So, you know, people could want totally different things. And I'm like the awkward person that's like, I know you're having a moment right now, but I'm going to need you to tell me how I can support you right now. Like I'm fucking weird.
Okay, not weird. Same. Believe it or not. Okay. Like, I know the only reason I am not that way is because I'm a therapist. The only reason I'm not that way is because I have learned clinically what people need, and I've been able to apply that and then just do it. And then the more I do it, the more natural it's become. So for me, it's been like learned. Okay. Because it is not natural for me to like reach out to someone who's hurting, to hold them, to hug them. And it's only really been since this growth thing, right? What can we call it? Like the midlife? What did he call it? When we're
second half of life,
right? Only since second half of life, right? Have I like even gotten to a place that like I can get over my own discomfort in a moment and just connect with the human in front of me, right? And what happens, right? What they say, I respond to genuinely based on what I'm feeling while I'm connecting to them. Like, because I was always so afraid, oh God, I don't know the right thing. It was so much more important to be right rather than actually be there for and connected to that human, right? And like, and I still don't know what to say sometimes, but like the genuine concern for the human in front of me at least creates the space or like the environment that maybe they want something different, but I'm doing what I can genuinely to connect to this person and they could feel that at least, right? Like that kind of thing. Yeah. But again, only because only because therapy. Like there's no without it. Yeah.
Without having learned it.
Without having to be in spaces and be very uncomfortable. And like the part of the therapeutic process is to be able to be any way you need to be, and the person in front of you gives no fucks about that. They're just there in support of you, right? Like that's the whole career. So like you get a lot of practice.
Yeah.
But without that, there's no fucking way. I'd be just like you. But anyway, so I was talking to her about how each of you love, and it's funny because I can see why you think that, because in the space, like, I don't know that I've ever had a dramatic moment that you would have had to show up that way. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I think the closest thing was probably when I was dealing with my divorce, right? And it wasn't. I don't need that from people, right? Like, it actually makes me kind of uncomfortable if like there is physical support while I'm breaking down. Right? That makes me very uncomfortable, right? But there's some kind of like, unless it's coming from like a romantic partner, and I don't know the delineation. I don't know why or the difference. Isn't that weird?
Fucking same, dude. I don't know why.
Like nobody in my family, no, like I think, I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. Anyway, so, and I've gotten over that too, but that's how I used to feel about it. But I was talking about how you guys love so differently, and I can understand why you're saying that, but like if you know how you love, right, you can see it differently. Like I don't need you to emote with me. I don't need you to touch me. I don't need you to hold me or hug me. I don't need that. And the way that you love is just being, right? Like I need my friend, you will be where I need you to be. There's no like you're the friend that I'm like, I don't know, I am feeling suicidal. I need you. And you're going to be on a plane. Like you're going to be in your car on your way to the airport before I finish my sentence. Right? Like that, I know that, right? Like that's how you love. And that's everything when you're in crisis, right? Because you always have a place to go. Right? You always have a like, and you and I think we've talked about this, like there's a certainty that comes from coming from a resourced family, right? Like if your parents have money and things and houses and all the things that you're going to eventually get, like your life probably, their first half of life probably looks a little different, right? Like the grind, like it's not. And maybe it doesn't look different, but it has to feel different because the stakes are higher, right? Like, and not the comparison doesn't matter, but like, there's a thing that happens to humans that don't have a super easy first part of life that like, that show up for you, like in those really concrete ways. I don't know. And I think that's me too. Like, I don't know how, like, I'm not an emoter either, right? To hug you makes me feel really uncomfortable. But whatever, like, what's mine is yours. Tell me where to be, who we rolling up on, like, let's do this thing, right? Like, that's how I love too. And so I see it in you for me in how you show up, right? So I don't think, like, I think that's also why we're probably connected. Like, I don't, and then I was talking, that's how I said you love, right? And then Pam is like resource sharing, right? Like she's like, whatever I have that can help your situation, like I got you. Take it. Right? Like
she is very much
like
with strangers.
Oh my god. Yeah. Totally.
Like I mean, it could be anybody.
And like, and she's the one that knows a version of me that nobody in the world knows. Right? Like it's weird. It's weird for her to know the like this is gonna sound so corny, but when you're in therapy, right, and you're talking to like your younger self, right? Okay, that's what I do.
Something you guys do.
So like, it's like an exercise. Like because when you grow up in these environments or whatever, okay, and you don't feel understood, blah, 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 there's an unhealed part of you, right, that you're trying to heal. And so the exercise is like talking to that person and saying like, you're okay. Like, look at us now, right? Like, I love you even as you are now, even if not everybody else did, right? Like, I do now, right? You're worthy. You're all these things. And in turn, it kind of heals something within inside you, right? So, like, when I think about that human, right, she's always about 12 or 13. Pam is the only person who knows that person. Pam is the only person who knew who was being scarred actively in those moments. Like, she's the only person who saw who I evolved from, right, and why I was the way that I was and how I was. Like, she's the only person that has that. So, like, there's a mirror that she can hold up that nobody else can, right? Like that and that connection in and of itself, and like the resource sharing, which we do and we're doing and we whatever, right? Like, that's how we love each other. And then Christy is like, she's just Christy, right? Like, just bubbly and just helpful in all the emotional ways and anything that you can ever want. I don't know. Just being around her feels like a hug when you're not feeling good. You know?
Yeah. She has a way of, like, knowing whatever emotion you need, she will
Mirror it. Yeah.
do. Like, she'll yeah. I don't know how she does it. Like, I've seen her in situations, and I'm like, I wish I could be like that. Like, I wish I could just go, "Oh, this is exactly the emotion you need right now, and here it is." I'm like,
and that's and it's so and yeah, and she just gets on your level. Like, all like when I was going through the whole thing and I was doing my tour de love, right? Because I needed all the types of love.
really
All the
nice
love,
way of
right?
calling your
Like, I was breaking down crying, and I mixed the loves because Pam is not she's not also, I don't think, comfortable with like the physical affection related to comfort, right? We get there because, you know, we're all we have here, right? But it's just not a normal thing. But I was in her bed sobbing. And then I got on a plane and I came to you and I was like, I need to just practically talk through this shit. Like, help. Like, and then I was like, Christy. And then she creates the huggy space. It's like,
so it's like you have your levels of support, and they totally make up all the things
and then
you need.
like together I have this like amazing piece of support, which is why in this like time of connection and shit, I'm like, I want to remove myself as a barrier to you all loving each other because this shit's fucking great, right? And I realize that those barriers exist for a myriad of reasons. We met at all different times, different places, different things. And if I'm honest with myself, there was something unconscious happening that I wanted all of you to myself, right? Like, and there was some natural not getting along also, but either way.
Who didn't get along?
Who didn't get along? You and Christy.
Yeah.
The fuck are you talking about?
What? Christy and I didn't get along at some point?
Really?
Seriously?
Really?
When? Okay, so when did Christy hate me? Okay, actually, I'm gonna let that go because I could see it. Like, there were times in my life where, especially then, geez, what were you, like 20? So maybe I was like 20.
Oh, you were fully fledged in your dick hole Francis self. Yeah.
I could see Christy not liking me. Yeah.
It's not that she didn't like you. She would never like, she's not the human to say like, oh, I fucking hate her. Like, that's not, she would say like,
she would just be like, how am I the nicest person in the world? Your friend, and so is Cunty McCunterson.
Are you Cunty McCunterson? Okay. That's you. Okay. Yes. Yeah. No, I don't know. And like, okay, so I do know where it happened if you want to know the story.
Oh my gosh, there was an actual moment? Yes.
Okay. First of all, Okay, it's really weird that you're sitting there very excited to hear about how you, like, fucked up getting to know someone.
I can admit it. I was a totally different
I
person
know!
20
I
years.
know. Which is why you all are, I think, are where you are now, because I've said that to her so many times. I'm like, I swear to God, Fran is not that Fran. Like, I swear. I swear. And I've been saying that for absolutely, like,
I
so
would
many
have cut
years.
that bitch
So
years
many years.
ago.
But it's no, you guys got there. It's great. But I was like, okay. So it was, I think, probably 2010, 2011, and Diane and I were having a Super Bowl party at our house in Royal Palm. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I remembered the party.
you do? Okay.
For
So
sure.
at the time, none of us smoked pot except for Christy, right? And what's really funny is now she
I
doesn't
can see
smoke.
where this is going already. I can see where this is going
Yeah.
already.
And of course,
Okay.
Ashley was there. And if there was anything that made you Cunty McCunterson times 100, it was Ashley in proximity, right? So she's nodding.
Got better with her
She
too
is
over time,
nodding.
but
She's nodding that she agrees. Okay. So
I got better with Ashley too over time, but and we're saying her name.
oops. Who cares?
Probably shouldn't say her name. But yeah, in the beginning, if this is like, especially if this is like closer to the time I met her, we were not.
Yeah,
No.
oh yeah. So I met Christy. Let's do this. I met you in 2005. I met Christy in 2008. And this was 2010. Or 11.
Okay. All right. So she was new to the group.
Yeah.
And
well, there was no group, right? Like
yeah.
I had independent relationships with her and you and Pam, and I had independent relationship, like, and then Diane and I had independent relationships with like each of you, right? Like our coupledom, right? Right? Like, and then when we would all, like, when I would have a thing, you were all my people, so you all came together. And that wasn't always the most cohesive experience.
Okay, so what happened?
Anyway, so we're on my patio, right, as we always were. And then Christy, I think, I really wish she could tell the story because I'm gonna fuck it up, but the gist will be right. She was smoking weed and you made a comment. I don't know what it was or whatever, but it was definitely like anti-weed, right?
Honestly, what usually happens, and I don't remember the specifics at all, but what usually happens is somebody is like, do you want some? And I'm like, like, however my attitude came out, and no, I absolutely do not want to smoke weed. That usually people that do smoke and is offering it, like, will take offense to that because I seem a little, like, snooty about it. Yeah, I'm not nose up about it, but it's just because of my past and my family with drugs and stuff that I don't want any part of it. But I think that comes across like it's for some other reason, but it's really not. It's just I don't even want to like venture down that road. Like I don't like it. But it's not that I don't like the people that do it. Like, dude, have fun. Do your thing, man. Like if you enjoy it, have it. But anyway, I probably said no like a bitch.
Some people do.
Yeah.
Some people enjoy it.
Some people do.
Especially here in Colorado. Yeah. Okay, so she was smoking. I honestly don't know that she offered it to you or didn't. There was commentary that made it clear that you and Ashley thought her smoking was subpar as far as our expectations for the hang, I guess. I don't know what or why. There was commentary around the weed. No idea. And then Ashley latched on, and then you latched on, and then you all did a bit at her expense. Right? I know. I don't remember the details.
Well,
I don't remember the details. But.
Yeah. I can totally see how this like dynamic kind of happened though, because, like I said, I've got my past with the whole thing. So that probably shined in a way that wasn't intentional. And then Ashley and I didn't have a good relationship, and she kind of knew that I was like, felt like alpha in a lot of situations. So if there was something that I felt and Ashley agreed and could be like, oh, this is my way in with Frady,
all the time.
Like maybe that happened.
And
then for some reason I, also I'm a bitch at the time, so I probably did feed off of somebody like,
You did.
Even her being like, oh, I agree with you and this is why. Like I would have fed off of that because I always felt like I had to be right about things. Terrible.
And you don't anymore.
Terrible characteristic.
You don't anymore.
No. I feel like people are different, And I mean, I believe that I make decisions that are right for me. And I go through a long process to make decisions a lot of the time. So, like, I don't, I'm not doing things lightly. I take a lot of things into consideration. But whatever decision it is, like, I feel like I'm right about the things I'm doing. But that's it. Like, I no longer feel like whatever I'm doing is right for others, which is how I used to be. Like, my way is the only way, and it's the best way for everyone. Trust me. And that's wrong. That's not accurate at all. Well, that sucks. I didn't know Chris, but man, that was a long time that Chrissy had to deal with me and didn't get too much.
We weren't in the same rooms very often. Think about it. Like, I feel like I had my relationship with you and I had my relationship with Christy, and at different times. Well, and what's really interesting about that is that like Pam was actually out of the picture, right? Like, so Pam was living in Tallahassee, and then everywhere, and then she deployed, and like she just she wasn't actually around for these times, and you and Christy, like we were thick, like me and you and me and Christy, and like, and again, I think I was just content with that because I had you. I had Christy, I had you to myself, I had the different kinds of love, I was like, and then I was taking it all, and then, like, what I was giving back was my problem-solving resource, not probably very helpful advice at all, right? Like, type of thing. I I don't know. Like, I don't know, why were we starting down this road in the first place, do you know?
You were talking to Melissa about how we all love, but then also that you want us to be like Pam, Christy, and I, like friends without you kind of thing. Like you don't have to be the glue that holds us together. Be.
Right? Like the value add that you all have. I mean, at least all of our second halves of life, we are way better, all of us. Every one of us.
Yes.
And yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I think there might have been a selfishness to it. Like I don't, not that I was intentionally doing it at the time, but like I think I benefited from, I don't even know benefited. I think I would have had a problem sharing.
And see, I really don't even think, I never know Christy and I had a problem at all. Like I don't remember that interaction. I clearly didn't think I was like the wrong person in that interaction at the time. So I didn't know that like, even caused a thing.
Existed. Yeah.
Like, so, but I'm sure, and I can't even like pinpoint a feeling or a time or anything, but I'm sure you and her being as close as you were, I'm sure that I had just an issue with that because she took time away from me and you. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I don't, like I said, I don't remember a specific time or a feeling or anything. Yeah. But I'm sure over the span of, a decade that happened where I was like, oh, Christina is going to go out with Christy tonight, not me, like.
So, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't remember it specifically. But
I don't either. But still, that didn't never caused an issue with me with Christy. That just, just made me jealous, I guess, that she had time with you. Because I always wanted you to be with me. Like,
yeah.
Those were the best times, you know? So, like, I always wanted them to happen.
They were the best times. And we were together a lot. But, like,
a lot. We worked together and we hung out, like...
Yeah. And, like, a lot. Like, it wasn't even like we had, like, a night a week. Like, it was 3 nights a week, maybe more. Always weekends.
Yeah, it's easy.
All 5 shifts. Because you made the schedule. Yeah.
Yeah.
But, like, the amount of time I spent with you versus Christy, kind of like, depending on the year span, like, shifted. Like, I would hang out with Christy more in some years than you in some years. But, like, the Best Buy years, those were, like, so often. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then Ashley was there or not. Who got choked out? We never told that story. Who got choked out at my house?
It was the girl that Ashley had dated. Or maybe she was starting to date her, but then, like, that girl... And honestly, you can give her a pseudonym. I don't remember her name.
Wait, her
but anyway, Ashley... Yeah.
What was her name? Claudia.
Yes. So she brought somebody else to your house.
Claudia?
That caused an issue. Yeah, like, Claudia, like, invited over some other girl, had a thing.
No, Ashley.
This isn't how it happened?
Ashley did this.
Oh, that's right. You're right. Ashley did do it. And purposely, I think, to start some drama with Claudia. But whatever had happened, was your dad there? I don't know why, but
my dad lived
like
with me for like a year.
I think your dad was living there at the time that this happened.
Could be.
And I just remember, like, being so upset that the two of them brought this drama to your house purposely, and it just made me so mad.
My dad was there. You're right.
He was there.
You're right.
I'm pretty sure he came out and was like, I would have done the same thing or something. Because I was like, I'm so sorry. And he was like, yeah, I would have done the same thing.
Yeah. So like tell the story.
Honestly, I don't even know what happened.
Ashley came to our house with her fucking girlfriend
a girl.
and then invited someone else who liked her to start drama between her girlfriend and this other bitch. And it started drama at my house. They got in a little tussle at my front door, and you were like, oh, hell no. Took this bitch by the neck, threw her out my front door, and made them all leave. That's love. You see how friends shows love?
And I remember...
That's what's up. She shows up.
That's how I show love.
I'm saying. She rolls up. That's how I show love, too. I will roll up on someone trying to fuck with my friend. Yes. Mm-hmm. That's how you love.
I was like, you have your thing wherever, however you need to have it, but don't bring that shit into my good night. Like, my good night at my friend's house? Nah. But that is weird that I would even do that at somebody else's house.
No, I don't think it is. Maybe anybody else's house, but not my house. Like, I feel like you were there so fucking often. I'm not sure that we understood whose house was whose at some point. Yeah.
True.
Yeah. That was... See, and let's just talk for a minute about how treacherous this bitch is. Ashley. Can you think about the shit that we know she did? Should we list them? Treacherous.
I don't know.
Treacherous. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Her best friend of years, long before she knew us, her best friend of years asked her to host her girlfriend in West Palm Beach, Florida, because they didn't live here. This was Lion's Tame.
Yes.
Best friend
I remember Lion's Tame.
Asks you to host her girlfriend, and you end up fucking her.
Yeah. How do you do that? How do you do that to your best
Francis,
friend?
Like, can you host Melissa? She's going to be in West Palm Beach. Can you show her around? go to the beach maybe, and you all end up fucking, and then telling me a few weeks later that you've fallen in love?
Yeah, no.
Treacherous.
I can't imagine.
Treacherous.
I can't imagine.
Okay. Oh, I become a paramedic. And suddenly there are no jobs in West Palm because I'm too pussy shit to fucking get the certification I need. So I'm gonna move to the west coast of Florida where they don't need me to be a paramedic or whatever the fuck certification she didn't have, fire or whatever. So she goes. Fire. She has a girlfriend of 6 years, 5, 6, 7 years, however fucking long they were together, but they must be apart for this a bit of time. Because her girlfriend's on the East Coast and she goes to the West Coast. In no time, she's fucking some dude.
Yeah. That even threw me because, like, it was
fucking gay, supposedly.
Like, why?
Okay. So she's fucking this dude. This dude ends up basically living with her until her girlfriend begins the move to the West Coast. That's when she breaks up with him and tells him she can't see him again.
Oh my God. So did her girlfriend ever find out about the dude?
No.
Because I remember them living together.
Like, she inquired because she knew something was wrong, but she was too ketchup bottle to do anything about it. Okay? Anyway, so this happens. Girlfriend moves to the West Coast. Then she goes to school to get the certification that she fucking didn't want to get on the East Coast and meets crazy McCrazy bitchy pants, whatever the fuck her name is. Okay? They flirt. Blah, blah, blah. Of course, she starts cheating. Falls in love. Breaks up with current girlfriend. Current girlfriend moves back to the East Coast. This is wifey and baby mama. Okay?
Yeah, turns out she's not either.
Turns out. Right? I don't know. I'm just saying.
Yeah, no, that is really fucked up things to do.
Treacherous.
And so I've always thought about,
you can't be a friend to nobody. Yeah. I can't trust you with my partner. Dude, nah.
I didn't trust her in the beginning. I had a bad feeling about her in the beginning. I did not like her for a long time. You kept pushing her on us.
I don't know why we need to place blame.
Okay. Sorry. Hey, I've gotten over being right all the time, but I haven't gotten over pushing blame where it's due.
Okay, that's fair. And dude, like, honestly, I had this realization one day and I was like, no.
Yeah. Well, because I keep thinking about, like, her current wife and how fucked up she's done. Like, all the fucked up things she's done. And now I'm thinking maybe it's
they just belong together because they're both treacherous humans.
Yeah.
Dude. Yeesh. Dude. Like, I was like, why am I friends with this hoe? And like, I drove to her when Renee and I broke up. This was the last time. And I met.
Yep, I didn't go. I don't know why.
What's her?
I don't know. She's got like a boy name, like Charlie or something.
Georgie or whatever, but I thought maybe we
it's Georgie.
But whatever. No, like, I go there when I break up with Renee and like they get so fucking trashed. Like, I'm like this girl, before Ashley even came out of her fucking room, had taken like 4 tequila shots. Like, girl was whoa. Right? And then and I give grace here, honestly, because I would have done the same thing, I guess, at the age that we were, but like they just basically fucked the entire time. Like, it was like new relationship. They were in the room, you could hear the sounds like the whole fucking time. And I'm like, can we go get dinner? Like, or
while you're visiting?
Yes, they would, like,
and had just broken up with somebody. But that's rude.
I'd give some grace because we were young and stupid, but now, like, thinking back, like, that's fucked up. And why, like, if you knew that, why would you invite me there after a breakup?
Yeah, be like, hey, it's a bad time. It's bad time. The only thing I can do is fuck right now. Like, I just can't stop fucking. Here, we're gonna have to connect next month.
Right. Like, hey, this is the environment you're walking into, and maybe that might be hard after a breakup, but she had no self-awareness whatsoever. Well,
no. No.
And honestly, like, just now that I'm even saying it all out loud at the same time, I'm like, she's so fucked up.
I guess I had never really put the pieces together because all that happened over so long that you just kind of think like, okay, here's a shitty thing that she's done. But then like, to just list them all out.
Dude. We were there, like, with Lion's Tame. Like, when all this was happening, like, and we had no allegiance to her best friend, right? But like,
no. And we actually, I did at least, I got pissed off at her best friend because she spit in her face.
Yeah.
I was mad at the best friend for spitting in Ashley's face. What?
She deserved that and
like
more.
How, I guess there's a clear example of how you can have bias.
Very clear. Very, very, very clear. Yeah. Oh my lord.
That's pretty fucked up.
Yeah. Anyway, so not that I needed to justify my decision to just stop talking to her, but one day I was like, nah. Like, why?
No.
Nah, I'm good.
You have better choices.
Right? Do you still talk to her?
I did see her. She came up to visit, or came over to visit right before they got married. She invited me to the wedding and told her I wasn't gonna make it.
Yeah.
And that's like the last time I ever talked to her.
Invite me.
Oh, really? I would imagine that she would want to be like friends with you more than me. Like I still don't think that her and I ever had like a, I felt like you guys had more of a friendship than we did. No?
No.
Okay.
Maybe in the beginning.
Definitely in the beginning.
Yeah, but she made her loyalty known enough to me to know I couldn't trust her. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the really, I think that's the really funny thing that's interesting about this dynamic is that like she was very obviously after your approval more than any other goal. Like the goal was not to be a good friend, the goal wasn't to connect, the goal was to make someone laugh at anybody's expense, and it didn't matter whose, and to please you or to be acceptable to you.
Yeah.
And and that's what's really interesting to me about that is that like that was her undoing in this group because she could try. She could try all day long. And you and I both knew, try. There's not going to be anything like that's going to have you move up in this group as far as rank. Like, you're not going to get closer to Fran. Like, it's not a thing. And so at certain points, I was just kind of watching and laughing because it was just so obvious that like, and it would often be at my expense and it would often be at hers, right? Like, that was the dynamic of our group. But like, I knew I couldn't trust her. There was no, like, if there ever came anything that would fracture you and I, she would be right there deepening the fracture to get me out of the way, to get closer to you. And that was what was happening for so many years that I was, and it just kind of became a thing. And I was like, so I just didn't trust her, and you all would still like feel and I would engage and stuff, but like I wasn't emotionally or mentally in that relationship whatsoever. Toward the end, because you can't need someone's acceptance that much and be a good friend to anyone else in that same group. Like it's like
right, or be authentic in any way.
Like, and she just wasn't. She just wasn't at all as a human. But like,
I don't know if I ever knew the real her.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Um,
so weird. I don't understand like how that dynamic happened.
The only thing that gave it's I never did that for you. Everybody did that at Best Buy. She was doing it. She was part of Best Buy. You were queen bee. Everybody was supposed to whatever. And I was just like, no. Which is why I thought it was funny that she was doing it. And it was supposed to be some kind of competition for someone who never needed to do it. You don't know anything about human behavior or dynamic. Like,
Right.
it was just funny. It became like almost a social experiment because then I was going to school for, anyway. But
right. And that's why I think, like, because you were gone and then she was really the only other person I had around. So maybe we did have more of a friendship at that time. But, like, as soon as you were like, I'm not talking to her anymore, I was like,
yeah, it's good.
Me either. Like, that's all it took. You're like, I don't know, I'm over that relationship. And I was like, sweet. Let's be done with it.
Bye. It's long distance anyway. Not worth it and long distance. Fuck that shit. Yeah. This is long distance and worth it. Sorry.
Oh, definitely.
So funny. I don't know. And a lot of this, and it is in hindsight. I do want to caveat that. Like I didn't see it this clearly when we were in it.
I felt like it was definitely easier for me to cut things off because I remember how much I did not care for her as a person in the beginning. Yeah. Your character is huge. Like how you are as a person, how you treat other people, like just. And I feel like, being mean and rude and fake and causing drama, like there was nothing about her that I was like, this is a good friendship, except sometimes she was funny.
I think that was it. I feel like we kept her around for entertainment.
Yeah, I know. That sounds terrible.
What? Oh, geez. And I
really does. We kept her around for entertainment. Am I here for your entertainment?
But what else? What other value add?
No, I think that was it.
I mean, she came from a pretty fucked up family too, but not an excuse. Look at you.
Well,
just kidding.
Yeah.
Not everybody has the same resources that Fran has. Okay. Okay, now that we talked about the thing that we didn't know we were going to have to talk about, see, an hour of, I don't even know what.
I know. All because I wanted you to know about this guy so that you can go and watch him. Or like, and I mean, he has a ton of books, but I haven't read any of them. I found him, do you know Andrew Huberman? No. He's a neuroscientist, and like a professor at Stanford, and he's got a YouTube. And so his YouTube will have like a person on that's going to talk about something like neuroscience kind of shit. I found him because I wanted to like, I was trying to find ways to like naturally change my circadian rhythm. Like I wanted to go to bed at a certain time. I wanted to get up at a certain time. And when I got up, I wanted to be up and ready, like not, laggy or whatever. So I started, researching and came across him, and he's got like a ton of things about like how to do that. And so then I started watching this YouTube, and then I found this one the other day. The episode is How to Find Your True Purpose and Create Your Best Life with Dr. James Hollis. So it was just like, it was on while I'm on the treadmill at the gym, and I was just like, oh my God, all of this is like immediately, like the first 10 minutes, I was like, this is exactly what is happening to Christina right now. And I mean, he talks about like in the first half, individuals are often like establishing their identity, building careers, achieving success in the world. Okay. But also like doing that when you're like navigating societal pressures and what it is that like you think your parents want a lot of the time. It's like you're asking, what does the world want from me? What do my parents want from me? What are my employers going to expect of me? What do my friends or my partner want of me? So those are all things that like you're answering in the first half of your life. supposed, like, by his theory. And in the second, it's like you figured that out, and then you start asking yourself, like, what does my soul or my psyche want from me? And then you begin your second half of life, like, why am I here and in service to what? And that leads to introspection, like, exploring emotions, just figuring out your values and what it is that motivates you as a person. So, kind of getting rid of, like, your idea of what everyone else wants, and you just focusing on you and what you want, what's gonna make you happy. So, I think it's awesome. I think that's definitely what you're doing. I think you should watch his video just to, like, find out, like, what else he's saying that I didn't really capture, but,
No, all these people make you feel so normal. You think you're going through something so unique and existential, right? And it's like, no, there's a name for that. Like, that happened, like, 18 million times in this journey. Like, it happened at the Sangha, right, when there were, like, spiritual names for all the things I was experiencing, and now there's a neuroscience explanation, and yeah, it's like,
Yep.
great. Like, I thought I was unique, and I thought this was somehow, uniquely existential to my experience. It is not.
Honestly, I don't even know if everyone gets to this point. I was thinking about me and my life and how I've done the same thing. I've kinda, like, made a personal change, like, my character has changed, my beliefs, my values, my motivations, everything has changed, and that's because I stopped, focusing on whatever I thought I needed, like, financially or successfully or whatever, and just more of, like, what I need for my psyche. But I do think that I'm, like, extremely lucky to even be able to think about that, Like, our brains are very, very good at, like, just getting you through daily tasks. Like, "Okay, now I have to wake up. I gotta brush my teeth. I gotta take my shower. I gotta be to work at this time. It's, like, very task, 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 and when you stop, like, when you can put the phone down, when you can have some time to breathe, when you can, you know, take a couple minutes and just go for a walk after dinner or whatever, and then start thinking, your mind, like, just opens up, and it's, like, not just tasks and what you have to do, but it's like, now let me think about the universe, think about what it is that I wanna do in service of the world, And I feel like, or well, I don't know if I would be able to do that if my life were different. If I had 3 kids running around. If I, like, I don't I feel lucky that I have the time to let my brain do this and to, start thinking about, like, having the introspection and being in touch with emotions. I think if I did have 3 kids running around, my brain would just be like, "Test, test, 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 sleep, test, test," like, and that would be it. And I don't know that I ever would have changed as a person.
Cool.
So, I don't know if a lot of people get there,
So,
you know?
taking your argument to the next level, right? Like, it's kind of even the argument of privilege, right? Like,
Yeah.
so maybe a mother of 3, but even if you had to work doubles as a nurse tech, or
Yep.
right, like, or we just didn't have the resources that we have for whatever reason or whatever circumstance that was different. Like, those people don't have the opportunity to slow down and talk to their inner child. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like,
Yeah.
and there's definitely privilege in all these things, and we talked about that on the, I don't know, for me, I'll just call it the Buddhism episode, right? Like, the Sangha and being able to, like, look at the spiritual explanation for what's happening, and, like, no, like, if I had to hustle to pay my bills, like, I think your entire life is tasks. So, like, yeah, there's
Mhm.
a privilege in not having that many tasks in life, period, right?
Yeah.
I do recognize that. And it's not exactly flattering, but in therapy, we call that soccer mom therapy.
Okay.
I know. Okay, maybe.
So, like, you're adapting to them, like, not having as much time to be able to put into therapy, or
No,
what?
it's the other way. So, okay, maybe this is just in my group, and I don't say this anymore because I am one of those people, even though I'm not a soccer mom. But when we say soccer mom therapy, we mean like therapy for women who think they have problems rather than people who actually have problems. So, like,
Oh,
yeah.
gotcha.
So,
Okay.
like, when you're working like community mental health and you're working like with people with active psychosis and you're dealing with like real like crises, you're trying to get these people just to be able to like function in the world, right? Like, we're not talking
Yeah.
inner children, right? We're not talking. Yeah, we're not talking about sanghas and Buddhism and spirituality, and we're just being like, okay, solution focused. How do we get you from like setting your hair on fire to taking your medication every day, right? Like, that's what we're trying to figure out, right? And so people in that kind of grind talk about the kind of therapy that I'm getting, right? And they call it soccer mom therapy. Like, we're talking to our inner child, and we're, you know, the existential stuff that you're talking about that we have a privilege to start looking at, right?
Yeah.
Soccer mom therapy.
Yeah.
I don't agree. I mean, the problems are relative, right? Like, it's not, like your mental
Yeah.
health is not going to be better because someone else has it worse. Like, that's not how that works.
Right.
But
I know that there's a lot of people that try to do that, though. Like, even I've done it in like, with myself, because I always feel like if I can bring myself back to a point of being grateful for, the things that I do have and the life I do have, then I'll stop thinking about the things that are upsetting or that, I don't like. But at the same time, I feel like that's me skirting a way to fix those things. Those things might be tiny little problems, and other people would be like, "Oh, you're lucky that that's your only issue." But at the same time, you have to deal with those things to make your life
mhm,
better or to make it livable, like, whatever,
whatever there are,
it is
right?
relative.
Mhm,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
true. Yeah. And I mean, that is the essence of therapy, right? Like, you start where they are. And
Yes.
sometimes people have more than others. Like, it just is. Like, I don't know. I'm also in this place where like so many snap judgments I've made have been so wrong in so many ways.
Yeah.
I realized like categorizing people and things and experiences was a way of staying safe. Right? This very like categorical, like this is that, this is that, this is black, this is white. This rigid understanding of the world kept me in a very safe space because ambiguity in the world is really fucking scary. Right? Like, but adopting this like yes and perspective, like two things that seem contradictory can actually be true, right? It's pretty nuts.
Yeah.
It kind of messes with my whole understanding of the world. Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense though. Like, if you go through some sort of trauma, and again, that's relative. There's a scale to that. If you go through anything that's traumatic to you, and then you come across something later that has similarities to that. I mean, people do that in relationships constantly. You go to the next relationship and there's one thing similar about that person. You're like, oh, it's going to be exactly like that one was.
Well,
So let's just cut it off. We all do that to protect ourselves. But
oh, do you remember that conversation we had in Austin?
I don't remember. We were
Oh
so
my God, I
drunk.
know. How I categorize men based on
Yes. Oh, our
Mhm.
conversation. Yes, 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 yes. Definitely. When you were just saying it, I
Yeah,
thought of that.
make cool.
The frat boy
Yeah.
safety.
I don't know how to like apologize for that, right? Not that I need to, but
It Yeah. I don't think you need to. Like I said, it's just something, whatever it is that you can do to protect yourself, you know, like I said, I think we all have our own ways of dealing with things, and to keep yourself out of situations that's going to hurt you again is another way of dealing with things.
Yeah. And then when it goes too far, it's another way of like preventing yourself from having experiences. There's a balance and
or connecting with people you wouldn't normally. Yeah.
It's fascinating.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Dude.
I do it all the time here too. I mean, it's like, I don't have the frat boy thing, but I have it with a lot of people just from where I come from, like where I lived, and the people that like look like that and talk like that and act like that. And it's so similar from where I literally live right now. Like, I'm seeing the same type of people, and immediately I judge them. I assume that they are just like, you know, the people that I was around when I was growing up, and they just have like a certain mindset that I think they all share, and that could not be the case. People can look just like someone else and have totally different thought processes and values and morals, and I have to stop judging people based, what is it? Like, don't judge a book by its cover, blah, blah, blah. I do that. I definitely do. And the book might be different.
But you can judge a book by its cover like 8 out of 10 times and be right. Right?
Yeah. True.
And like,
true. And
just saying, like, and I think this is where it's important, I think, to give myself grace and yourself grace, right? When we are looking at those things, it's because we have experiences with people that look like that over and over and over and over and over again, right? We don't create a generalization out of a single experience. And so it's like, it exists for a reason, and your tentacles go up for a reason, right? It's not like it doesn't. And it shouldn't be natural to not to protect yourself in those ways. Like,
you're just playing the odds, so to speak. Like,
exactly.
So when there are 8 of those are still going to be that way, and there's 2 that totally aren't, to me, meeting the 2's probably not worth dealing with the 8. I'm sorry, that sucks, and I probably don't connect with a lot of people that I could get value out of, but I'm not in a place where I feel like I need those 2, so I'm not gonna deal with the 8,
Exactly.
Like, that was like you and your dating app. What did you say? You said something like, I just don't have time, like, forgot how you said it, but you're like, I'm just gonna cut all these people out immediately because, like, I don't have time to get through, the 8 to find the 2.
Because honestly, at this age, like, I'm not looking for another slut phase. Like, come on now. Like, I do. I want to settle, and I want to be this version of me with someone who loves this version of me. Like, I'm done with the games and the bullshit, and like, it's too much. And it's like, I think it almost feels like I'm getting more rigid with age, right? Like, because even with friends, I'm like, if you don't think like me, you don't have my same values, you don't like, I'm just like, I don't have time to convince you that you're wrong. Like, I don't have time, and I want to feel good, right, in these spaces with these people who I've chosen to have in my life at this point. Like, I don't need to start to change people's minds. I don't even want to try. I just want to accept the idea that you think your way, I think my way, and the people I have in my life are going to think like me, right? And they're going to care about humans, and they're going to care about connection, and they're going to care about the world, right? Like, and that's just going to be a prerequisite. But like on the apps, like, at a different time in my life, it would have been more about the game, right? How many of these women could I get to be interested in me? How many could I get to go out? How many could I get into bed? Could I come up with the funny, charismatic thing to hook them, right? Like, all the things, all the ego-driven things. And I'm just like, now, I'm like, if I didn't like even a single thing on these bitches' profiles, I was like, no.
I did it when I did the Bumble BFF one. like, I was like, if I don't see, like, you know, the HRC or a rainbow or, like, you know, all the little different icons and shit that's on there, I'm not dealing with it. Because I don't, maybe you're into, like, every other thing about me, but I can't get past it. I need somebody that's gonna have that at minimum.
And honestly, I don't really give a shit
That's
that we
like
have baking in
minimum.
common if you're a fucking Republican. Like, I don't like, it's like it's like there's like a foundational, you know, like, value set that I'm gonna need people to have to be in my life at this
Yeah.
point, right? And, like, that only gets
Yeah.
worse with dating. Like, that only gets worse
Yeah.
because I have to, like, if the goal is to, like, live with this person and be a partner to this person, like, you
Yeah.
better not even be, like, moderate, not even politics, but in, like, how much you care about humans. Like, Imma need you to be I need you to almost be, like, part of the battle with me, right? Like, and not in the angsty way, but, like, in the, "We are here to do work to be better people" way.
Yeah. Honestly, I was just thinking about something this past weekend, and I think that's been my biggest challenge with Andy, is not that, like, I know that he cares about people. He, you know, like, value-wise, we're similar in that regard, but I want to do the fighting, and he doesn't. And that alone causes such a rift, you know? Because, like, that's what you want in a partner. You know, you want somebody that's going to
Mhm.
battle with you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And, you know, when one of you guys are like, "Fucking let's roll out," and the other one's like,
Mhm.
"No."
Yeah. Well, and I think because you just brought it to, like, romantic partnership, like, in a long-term thing, right? Like, that's where you have to stay aligned, I feel like, almost always. Like, where are you collectively going, right? Like, what are we collectively battling for? Like, because I don't you can have independent lives, but, like, if you're headed in different directions, like, how does that sustain? And that's always I've always
Right.
wondered that in, like, the long term things. Like, how do you stay aligned in your
Yeah.
collective, like.
Remember Danny was like, "Oh, like, you have, you know, these deep conversations with your friends, and you just keep your partner for
Oh,
your partner
mhm.
stuff," like, and, I mean, that makes sense, but, like, I didn't just marry somebody to be, like, romantically involved with them. I married my best friend, who I was also romantically involved with, you know? But, like, at the same time, like, I feel like the best friend part has to stay there, and for that to stay there, you have to grow together
Yeah.
kinda thing. It's tough when, like you said, you're going in opposite directions.
Well.
How do you stay best friends with the person going the opposite direction?
So
Or just not
when you
moving?
say
Like, maybe one's moving and
right,
one's
right,
stationary.
yeah, that's true. Um, so what do you mean when you say battle? Like, you need a person to be in the battle with you, like, the battle of.
Well, like you said, like, as, you know, as progressives, if you're not doing anything, you're part of the
Yeah,
problem. I totally feel that, and he believes that, like, if you're just not contributing to the problem, you're not part of the problem. You know
got
what I
it.
mean? S like, there is a different
Yes,
mindset there.
there is.
Like, just don't do harm or fix the problem are 2 different things.
Mhm. There's a third
So,
thing that I'm leaning into, or I'm considering
yeah,
or adding, which is doing your best to reduce conflict or suffering.
I'll settle for
Yeah.
that.
So, like, fixing feels so impossible that it's led to, like,
Mhm.
so much burnout and angst and resentment, like, that I don't know that that's sustainable, right? And, like, while
Yeah,
I don't ever believe that I would be able to walk through or walk past an injustice, right, like, on a huge level, I situationally, I'll still try to, like, fix, and I'll get angsty and angry about it or whatever, but, like, kind of on the global scale, I think if there's anything I've learned over the past year and maybe 8 years, 9 years now, because when was 2016 is when this all fucking started. Like,
yeah.
If there's anything I've learned since then, it's that like what you're fighting for can be reversed in 3 seconds.
It's
3
insane.
seconds. I
Yeah.
fought my whole fucking adult life. And it's gone.
For things that are just gone.
It's just gone.
Yeah.
And so the goal, my life's goal can't be determined by something that is so out of my control. Like, it's impossible. But what is within my control is how I interact with others. My interpersonal interactions and relationships and how I can show up in spaces and whatever, and hopefully whatever I'm contributing to those individual circumstances lends to a better day, week, month for them that then creates some kind of right, like, I don't it's more hopeful to me, I think.
Well, like, when you and Melissa were here, we had a couple conversations about, like, being vegan and stuff because I did it for a small stint. Melissa has done it for years now.
2 years, I think.
And that was my whole feeling about it. Like, I don't ever expect, even when I was full on vegan, I never expect the entire world to take this on. Like, not everyone is ever going to be vegan. We're still going to have animals die for sustenance. It's a thing. But how much can I do to just reduce the impact on that? Like, that's it. I guess it is harm reduction. Or to an extent.
Yeah, if you're a Buddhist, it's reducing suffering. If you're a therapist, it's harm reduction. If you're a neuroscientist, it's like it's these concepts are the same.
Yeah.
Right? It's really
making it manageable or somewhat whatever. All it is what you can control.
Exactly.
Not
And if you're living your life in a way to improve the world, if everybody is living their life in a way to reduce suffering for those around them, I mean, the math works.
Imagine.
Right? Like, you know, it's like instead of the few trying to fix, it's like if we can actually create some kind of movement around like reducing suffering. Imagine what that would and not even by doing anything, but being like your eyes being open. And that's what it is. Like, again, I think it's like task, right? Just doing what we have to do in life to meet standards by someone who created them. I don't know. But we don't even see each other. Like, I think in the first phase of life, you could give me a lineup of the people who I saw in that day and I wouldn't recognize a single one of them. Like, because you're just not engaged in the world. Like, we aren't. At least our culture isn't. Imagine if we
No. Well, and I think it's even become less and less over time because of social media and the internet. Like,
and even if we if even some of us just tuned in, like to each other, to humans, to connection, to like what do I have? What do I have an abundance of, and how can I share that? It doesn't even need to be a resource. It doesn't need to be material, right? Like today, I have an abundance of energy. So after this, I'm going to go out in the world and I'm going to go live in it, and I'm going to be kind to the people I interact with, and I'm going to leave a big tip for the barista because I have that. And if I see an unhoused guy, I'm going to buy him coffee, and I'm just going to live my life in a way that is like giving what I have an abundance of away. Like, and if we all just lived that way, like just can't imagine the world that this would look like. It's not the value set we live within, like in our culture.
It's definitely not.
It's rough.
An argument that I've always heard is, you know, like the more you give, the more people take. You know, someone is always going to take advantage of a situation that has been or a program or something that has been created to help others. Sure. And that's I don't care. If like 20 people are taking advantage of a situation, but 80 people actually need it or are benefiting from it, to me, that's okay. That's fine. Like, I don't think anything's ever going to be 100% anyway. And so, if you're doing more good than bad, then that's also worth it.
And that's been my strategy.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just so tired of being angry. I'm so tired.
Well, I'm actually really proud of you that you said what you were going to do today and you didn't say, and that in itself is a privilege, right? Because you always do that and then you're like, but I also feel bad for being able to do this. And I don't think you should.
I know you don't think I should. I don't think I should either. And
I think we can recognize it without having to feel bad for it too.
Yeah, no. I think the privilege is kind of it's already there, in the way that I said it. It's just I have an abundance of time, energy. I wouldn't say an abundance of money, but comparatively to a lot of people I do. And there's an innate privilege in that, and I don't need to say it. I'm so grateful for it. I'm so grateful. And I can sit here and talk about how hard I worked to have it and why I deserve it and blah, 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 blah. But the bottom line is I have it now. And it acts as, yeah, I get to live this way. And that's a privilege. And I'm so grateful. And the second half of my life looks really fucking bright as a result.
Yeah.
I'm grateful for it. I don't feel guilt around it as much as I feel anger around it for them.
Well, that's the thing, because if everyone that were privileged thought that way, imagine what the world would look like.
Yeah, I know. I guess I just don't understand I don't understand the purpose of denying privilege. Man, I've gotten into that debate with so many people, and I'm I don't why are you so offended by the idea that you have more than others? I don't you live in the world differently because of the way you look and how you were raised. That's a great thing. That's congratulations.
Yeah.
Is it so important to deny other people's suffering because you didn't suffer? I don't know. I don't get it.
A conversation came up not too long ago about the student loan forgiveness, and college debt, and how this person didn't feel that was fair because they went to college and had to pay for it. And to me, I'm like, okay, how much of a burden was that for you? How amazing would it have been if you could have gone to college and not had to do that? Because you had to do it doesn't mean that other people should suffer the same. I think of things and I go, I know what it was like for me to have to do this thing. I don't want other people to have to do it. It's weird how people can have completely different mindsets about things like that.
Absolutely. And that's again, think about the concept.
Because I suffered, everyone should have to suffer the same way.
And it's this commitment to our experiences being the same. You can see that even in the opposite, right? I experience this world in this way. That means everybody experiences the world in this way, which means these policies make sense to everyone, right? Why would people feel this way? This is not how the world works. Well, that's pretty girl privilege, or that's white male privilege, or that's cis privilege, or that's whatever that you can't even conceive that someone else lives in the world differently. You can't even conceive of that as a thing. And that's ignorant. It's this ignorance that's proving our point almost.
You have privilege.
You were born with more things than other people. Things, resources, brain cells. Like, everybody is given a different set of cards when they're born. Some are better than others. You deny that fact? Like, what? Like, I just don't understand. Like, we are so invested in being the only people with the correct experience.
There is a really good YouTube video that I saw, and I can't even think of what it's called, but there was like a coach on a field with a whole bunch of students. I don't know, 30, 50 students, something like that. And it was who could get to the finish line first. But to set them up, he's like, okay, so everyone that has 2 parents at home, take 5 feet forward. Like, and he just goes through all these different things, and then he's like, okay, go. And they're like, whoa, that's not fair. Like, this kid's 20 yards ahead of me. And he's like, this is what we're talking about when we talk about privilege. Like, you may not think that small thing impacts the world as it does, but it does. Like, every little thing can in some way provide an advantage that someone else doesn't have. And all those things add up, See, it doesn't mean that you had to be born to a fucking millionaire.
Actually, it doesn't. And is that privilege? Yeah. But on a level that most of us don't have that
Rarely,
much, right? Like, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about intrinsic privilege. Yeah. We're talking about circumstantial privilege. We're not talking about, like, actual dollars. Like, that is a part of it. But it's just one of those things on that list, right? That would have you have the 5 feet. Like, I think the hard part for me is when people deny that those things are legs up. Right?
Yeah.
So, like, I had 2 parents, but that's not a leg up. Or, oh, well, I had one mom and I'm a millionaire. So we talk in exceptions.
And it's not that kid in the back with all those people in front of him can't make it to the front. It's just how much harder is it for that kid to make it to the front. And how fair. We're not saying these things aren't impossible.
Right. And if we're talking about equity, the actual inequitable thing here is for you to expect those kids in the back to get to the finish line at the same time that you did without any additional support. That's the fucked up part, right? Because what does affirmative action do but maybe give them a little bit of a boost in that game, right? And that's inequitable because why? And that's the part that gets me, right? We just can't see past our own lens.
I could tell my story of my childhood and my growing, and at the end of the day, I could say I had absolutely no privilege, but I also know that I still did. I remember being in my 20s and never thinking like I had privilege and not looking at those things and not looking at those situations and even questioning like, oh, wait, why am I here in this position? And, they aren't. I don't know.
So funny.
I mean, I know that there's also been times where I didn't get something because I was a woman. And, so there are times where, it plays both ways, but
definitely. We have to work twice as hard, find results, and be consistently wonderful because even a single misstep makes us completely incompetent. And it's...
or even just hard to deal with, or emotional, or whatever other thing
aggressive and
say as
bitchy and ice queen and all the things, right? And what's so interesting about what you're saying is these are very overt indicators of privilege, right? Like, oh, I got something because I was white, or I didn't get something because I was a woman, right? Like, privilege can even be something just so intrinsic. It doesn't even need to be social identities. It could be you have a really high IQ. That gives you a leg up, right? Or it's people just want to say, oh, it's white privilege. No, that privilege comes in all kinds of in all forms, and I don't understand why it's so shameful to say, yeah, this is my list of privileges. Like, this is how I get through the world. I recognize now, just in the last year, that there are privileges that people of average size get that people who are larger don't. Didn't know.
Yeah.
Everything.
It always makes me laugh. My mom is 5'1". 5'1". Luckily, my dad was 6'6", so I'm 5'6". But, like, just even spending the last couple of weeks with her, it's like, oh, I need that, thing up in the cabinet, and just being able to grab it and not having to go, to the garage and get a ladder, which blows my mind that people have to do that. But it's like, I mean, that's not, I guess that's like your day-to-day task privilege to not have to, like, take time to do that. But it is, just because I'm 5 inches taller.
And, like, why? Like, what? I don't know. I don't, but we get so stuck on that question on this fucking podcast. Why? But why? But why? And how? How can we fix it? But what? Like, why is it so shameful to admit to a list of privileges?
I mean, I would have to guess that it's pride. You don't want to think that the things you've accomplished, you had any advantage to accomplishing those things.
Why?
You know how many times I've gotten somewhere in my career because of my communication skills? And I remember when I was in 6th grade, maybe 7th, I went from school in Texas to school in Florida. And they must have been at least 2 years behind me. And just that, I already know as a privilege. Like, I had a better education just coming from the school system in Texas versus the one in Florida.
Which says a lot about Florida. I mean, I don't know if Texas is a subpar educated state. I'm assuming it is. Mason-Dixon line and below and red, and so I'm assuming not well funded for education, but, like, that's bad. Like, if you're gonna go from Texas to somewhere and be 2 grades ahead, like, that's where I was educated, ladies and gentlemen. Actually, it's not. I went no, again, here's another privilege of mine, was to have been educated in the private school system. Major privilege. Like, I know that.
Yeah.
And I'm grateful.
That's a blatant one.
Very blatant.
Yeah.
Yes. Blatant. And arguably did something socially to fuck me up, but
right.
Maybe that's
see how sometimes an advantage can also be like a disadvantage. The same thing could be the opposite.
Step and a half forward instead of 5, but still a step forward.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, this was
I don't think it's so black
how do you
and
become
white.
so prideful? I think is really the question.
I don't know.
Do you ever okay. You have to be honest with this question. Okay?
Okay.
Have you gotten to a place where you can consistently be happy for other people's accomplishments or positive things happening in their lives?
Yes.
Has that always been there?
No. Absolutely not. No. Gosh, it's funny because I think when I really started recognizing it was like, my thought has always been that as a parent, you want nothing but like the best for your kids, and you want your kids to have and have more than you had, achieve more than you achieved. Everything you want for your kids, you want better than you ever had. And there are relationships in my family that I've seen over and over and over where the parent is jealous, upset, resentful because their child is doing something better or achieving more or has more money or has a better love, like anything. And it's just, I would think about that and go, if any relationship is supposed to be thankful for you having more, accomplishing more, whatever, it should be the parent to child relationship. And so I think that like helped me start thinking about just being happy for others and never being resentful. And also, you know, I'm a fucking yogi, so that helps. I mean, I'm not Buddhist, but it's really more about like inner self, and the worldly things aren't what makes you happy. So while I'm happy for other people that might, you know, have an amazing job making 5 times what I made at the same age, I also don't think that that's going to be a thing that makes them happy. Like, it might in the moment, they might be able to get the things they think they need right now, but in the end, I already know that that's not going to be the thing that fulfills. But I also think people need to figure that out on their own.
Couldn't agree more.
You know, hopefully they can get there quicker than I did.
Yeah. Couldn't agree more. I'm just getting there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been a journey.
Yeah.
Oh, not the happy for people. I've been doing that for a while. But the I have enough and I can think about myself, and like monetary things aren't, I won't say they're not important, because that would be a lie, right? Like, it is important to me to have the things that make me feel successful. I'm not going to deny that. And it is becoming far less potent and poignant, like, to have those things. And it's becoming far more important to value and have time and energy with connection and humans over things. Like, and that is reversing quickly. Like, quickly. And like, so much so, I'm like, God damn it. I really wish I didn't have this lease so that I can get like a fucking beat up Jeep that I can drive around. Like that, like, I almost resent that I got so deep into all that monetary shit. Anyway, so it's like, that's reversing. But like, as far as sympathetic joy, right? Like being happy for other people, it is like, I don't know when it happened. And I've always been able to be happy for like people that I really loved. And this is, I think, where like a yes and always came in, right? Like, I can be happy for my best friend or whoever and also feel jealous, and also feel like I'm behind, and also feel like those things can coexist, because you had like, and I think the acceptance of that, and I think moving into maybe like the second phase of life or whatever it is, right? Like, I don't know, but now it's like my favorite thing. It's like my favorite thing to like hear other people who are experiencing joy. Like, the other day, I was sitting in the car, right, in downtown Parallel Park, and I was just sitting there waiting for something, I don't know, and I couldn't hear what these two people were saying, but they ran to each other, hugged, embraced, twirled around, and I was just like, I was just so happy that I was just, like, seeing this, like, very obvious moment of joy, right, like, in these people's lives, and then they happened to just, like, get into the crosswalk and then walk toward me, and they were gay boys. They were, like, maybe, like, 17 or 18-year-old boys who were in love, holding hands, twirling each other around in the streets of Denver, and I got to see it, and I thought that was the coolest fucking thing in the world, and, like, I don't know that I would have seen that way at any other point of time in my life. I might have been like, "Oh, look, that's so funny." Right? But, like, I don't know that I would have connected it to, like, "Oh my god, I love joy, and I love that these people are experiencing joy." And, like, that's very new.
So, like, you felt joy by seeing someone else's
by
joy.
being in proximity to joy. Right? Like, that's that's new. But that's fantastic. And, like, seeing, like, Christy, right, at World Pride, and, like, seeing her product, and, like, seeing where she went and how she grew this thing, like, that's amazing. And like every time she has an accomplishment, it fills me up. And I don't know that I would have ever been like jealous or anything like that, but I don't know that I would have ever been invested. Like as invested. It could be like, "Oh, that thing my friend's doing, how cool." Right? But like
Yeah.
like her joy being my joy, like it's a whole different way of living. It's a whole different way of living and it's so good. Like and I don't know
Yeah.
why or how that was so hard in the past. I don't know. Just I was miserable, I guess, as a human. I don't know.
No. I mean, I don't think so. I think the way that you have developed like this just overall connection with people and others, and I think that lends to that. Like you have to like feel this connection for someone else's joy to bring you
Right.
joy.
That's true.
Otherwise, like you said, it's just like, oh yeah, that's cool.
That's true.
No emotion because I'm not connected to the thing.
That's a good point.
Or as deeply connected to the person.
That's a good point. I didn't think about that. Yeah. I wasn't in the more I think you're right. I mean, that's exactly right.
I wonder if it works in the opposite way though. Like if that person that you're now just so deeply connected to is sad.
It absolutely works in the opposite way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that is something I've had to reckon with in this connection thing. Like the what was previously keeping me safe, and I think that we shared this and we talk about it differently, but I think this is a shared experience, I'm assuming, is like what kept us safe was only being able to feel this range of emotions, right? So like if I stepped out of this range in a negative way, I would snap on my defenses, right? And then you'd have to deal with ego, right? If something went out that way. Something went out this way, like joyful, but it would come with caution. It would come with like a side eye. It would come with something to monitor the amount of joy I'm having right now because it can't possibly be sustainable, right? So we have to stay here, right? And it's like, it's finally being able to be comfortably experiencing a wider range of emotions. Like, yeah, there is definitely the counter to the joy, right? Like I can, yeah, like the despair, like, so what's going on with Pam, and I don't even think everything that's going on with Pam, but so her mom was diagnosed with cancer. I know, and her dad died 5 years ago. By far the most devastating thing that ever happened to her in her lifetime, and understandably, he was the only person that she felt understood her, was connected as a family, her family of origin. Like her and her mom never really had a great relationship, like the whole thing, and the mental health, and the struggle that came from that is the reason she's here in Denver, like the whole thing, and now her fucking mom, right? And so I don't want to air all of her business, but like she's had a real fucking shit hand, yo. Like, and I don't know. I don't want to put words in her mouth, but I can imagine, at least if it were me, if I'm looking through an empathic lens, like being an only child and staring down the barrel of losing your only, only parent and feeling kind of lonely and isolated for the last 5 years anyway, right? Like, this has to be really fucking hard. Like, and I juxtapose that with like a really happy time in my life, right? Like, new love and the bubble that comes with and the amount of time you want to spend together and all those things, like that has to be hard, like having that in your face when you're going through all this shit. Like, and I don't know that I would have ever even been cognizant of that. So like, I don't know. I just, yeah, you feel deeper, I think.
Well, I'm glad that you do.
I'm not always sure I do.
Well, I can imagine that even you being able to recognize that now is making you a better friend for Pam in this time.
I don't know if that's true. Because I'm doing this, like, avoidance thing too. Like, I'm not avoiding
Really?
her. It's like I I feel like there has to be this balance between, like, being here for her, but also giving her her space because she's kinda like us, right? Like, and there's
Mhm.
also, like, I don't want to put the Melissa in her face, so, like, I'm out of the apartment a lot. So, but I don't know if that feels isolating or if that's giving her the space she need I'm glitching, I think. Like, I'll always be here.
Can you
Yeah,
ask?
I mean,
Like, is it
we like, right now, she's in South Carolina, I'm trying to stay in constant contact with her, and, like, I just said, like, if
yeah.
shit gets hard or shit gets really, you need me, like, I'll be on a plane, just say the word. But so we talked about whether
Yeah.
or not I should go with her this first time because her mom has a series, like a treatment, like a series treatment that's gonna happen over a series of months, and she said, "Well, just save your PTO until, things get harder for her mom so that I can go and help." So I didn't go this time, but I'll go next time. But, like, I also know her, like, and how she deals with things is kind of avoidant until she's ready or has to deal with it, and so I also didn't wanna keep bringing
Mhm.
it up. Like, I don't know, it's so
Yeah.
hard.
I feel like Pam is also, um, I don't want to say she feels like she's a burden to people when things like that happen. Like if she needed you to like, hey, drop what you're doing and come here, or don't go out with Melissa and like because I need someone to talk to tonight. She won't even ask for those things because she thinks that that's a burden. And I don't know, maybe if you guys were like, hey, let's have a code word if you need to talk, just
Yeah.
say this. Instead of like, "Hey, I need you. Please stop what you're doing for yourself and be here for me now," kinda thing, because that's in itself is hard for people to
Yeah,
do. I think
I
especially
think that's
Pam.
true.
I don't know.
I think that's true. I think we've gotten
Yeah.
better, but you're right. Like, I think both of us are that way. I think there's this, like,
I don't wanna bring you down with my shit kinda
yeah,
thing.
and,
Yeah.
like, you'll be you'll be around when you have the time to be around. Like, you'll make that choice when you've got the time, and that's what I'll
It the other person is also, like, giving you
yeah,
space
yeah.
too. So, it's like you guys might be 2
Yeah,
ships,
we are
you
2
know?
ships. That's actually probably the best way of describing this situation, this scenario, like, just because work schedules are completely opposite, right? Like,
Yeah.
I am going to
Mm.
work during the day, she's going to work at night. Like, so the only time we are in the same, like, in the house awake together is Thursday when I get home from work, and Friday when I get home from work, and then, um, that's if I'm not going out those nights.
Yeah.
And in this new body and brain and, like, I don't even mean having lost weight, I just mean, like, feeling healthy and having energy and, like, doing I'm never home. And I mean, I could probably make a better effort, actually, but again, I just uh, yes, I feel all the things, I think is how we got there, but
Mhm. Yeah.
yep.
Oh my gosh, hang on, I have to
Oh,
pee.
yes. Bio break.
Alright. I'm gonna have to get going soon. I have so many errands to run today.
I was gonna say, I've gotta walk the dog, so I can do that and have, like, another half an hour with you, um, but I don't know if they can wait anymore. So we can, like, be done, or I
Oh,
can
okay.
just go run them out. I would rather continue because I mean, we don't have to even record it, but I wanna hear about your mom and shit. Like, let me just go run them out.
Alright.
I do that.
Okay.
Hey, look, I'm trying to do better. I wrote note so that I don't lose my place and have to ask you 800 times. What are we doing? How we get here?
As we were going, you've been writing notes?
Just like markers, because like I think of something to say and then I lose it by the time you're done saying what you're trying to say, and then we're down a different rabbit hole, and this way I can see if it's worth like revisiting or not without going, what was I saying?
What? Do you have your mic over there?
Can you not hear me?
I could hear you. I was responding. It's just so good. I know exactly what you're saying inside your brain without hearing the words. Yes. No, but you sound better with the mic.
Yes, ma'am. So one mention of some dude on the internet got us 2 hours, more than 2 hours.
Seriously. Yeah.
Look at that.
Maybe we should do some more internet searching.
I mean, maybe we should bring a concept here instead of just chit chat about what happened in our lives.
What? That's too much.
I don't want to have to look on the internet. The way I tell everybody how this went, I was like, friend wanted to do a podcast. I had never even heard a podcast before. And at first she came with notes and scripts and shit. And I was like, that's not how I work.
So I had to adapt for Christina because that is totally how I work.
Yes, and feedback we were receiving was that people liked us just chatting. So now we just chat.
Yeah.
You're welcome, audience. Get what you want.
See how good I am at listening to other people now?
So responsive. As a human, you. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny. All right. Tell me about your conclusion to your Texas City, Texas adventure.
Well, so my conclusion is my mom is going to be selling her house that she currently resides with one of my sisters in. And then when it sells, my mom is going to move here. We looked at like different stuff. Our first thought was, of course, building something because, you know, we're lucky we have 2 acres. So we have plenty of space out there. It's just so expensive to build right now. It's like $200 a square foot. Yeah.
Holy shit.
So,
wow.
So then I was looking at like containers, you know, like the container home things, because you can get some for like 80 grand. And then after like doing foundation, adding a septic, adding the plumbing and the electric and all that stuff, it comes out to nearly the same price anyway. So at some point we were like, well, let's just do what we've always wanted to do. Make the garage the living room. The current living room will turn into like office / guest room. Like we're thinking about doing like a Murphy bed or pull out sofa or something in there. And then mom can just have one of the guest rooms.
Does that work commence?
Really, it's just me finalizing an idea. Like I love doing the design aspect, but then to actually be like, okay, this is what I've decided on, and now people are coming to do the work. It takes a lot for me to get to, you know, between those 2 steps. So, gotta find somebody to do the work and then actually, you know, decide what it is we want to do.
So,
like, Andy doesn't want to close off the current living room. So, we're thinking like glass partition, you know, like I really like black frame with glass. And so we're thinking about just doing something like that to kind of divide.
And that'll be like an office?
Yeah. Yep. I was thinking about like making it just like really dark, like graphite, the whole thing. And, you know, like my desk will be that color, everything. And probably do like built-ins with a Murphy bed, you know, and we can all that will be like. I pictured the color of my laptop, but nobody can see the color of my laptop. That doesn't really help.
That sounds sexy.
But yeah. Yeah.
Love that. For my living room, I was gonna do like cigar bar. It was gonna have a very dark. Well, it is. If I ever
brown leather furniture.
I already bought a real leather couch for the future. Yeah, design. Yeah. It's like this color leather. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I bet my Pinterest page looks just like what you're thinking, because in my head originally it was my lounge room. Yeah. Like that was gonna be like our like book nook bar area, you know, like where you could just sip some whiskey and
bookshelves, like wall to wall bookshelves. Right. And I was thinking maybe even faux brick behind the bookshelf. It's hot. Yeah. Brick works here in Denver, and you've been here, right?
To your current place, the house? No.
Oh. Okay. So I have
haven't seen it yet.
have a fireplace. So like fireplace is what divides the living room from the dining room. So it's like I was gonna extend from the fireplace brick and then bookshelves and then my brown leathers but it's taken me almost a year to paint my bedroom, which is supposed to be my sanctuary, my saturated sanctuary of boho bluish green loveliness. But it shall be done mañana.
Yes. Mañana. Well, and then you know how to get it done.
Right.
Like just know that you're not going to do it. You're going to have to hire somebody.
Why? I can't
recognize your things.
I can finish nothing. Like, I have never used to be like that. I used to be a completionist. You know that. Like, I wouldn't start something unless I was going to finish it. Like, it was not.
Yeah.
Now I'm like, nah.
Andy is the opposite of a completionist.
Yeah, whatever that is. Yeah. He's a start.
He's an incompletionist. He'll finish something like 99% too. But then it's like you purposely will just leave a percent to just not be done. I don't know. Like, I don't know why. Me, like, I'm a worker bee. Like, I just want, if I have a task in front of me, like, I need to get it done as soon as possible. I just don't like having things not done.
Is that why you would spend 4 hours trying to figure out podcast equipment rather than just calling it? I was ready to call it like hours before you were.
Yeah.
I was like, no, let's just go get a drink. This is.
So for those of you, we recorded our first episode 3 times
in the same night.
Yeah. I think we recorded it twice and then we were like, fuck it, let's drink. And then we came back the next day and did it.
Yeah. That's true.
Something like that. But yeah.
That was rough.
Yeah, I gotta get things done. I live by a check mark, man.
Okay, Virgo.
Working list, I don't know. So Annie did something nice today, and I've like had conflict in my head between like my usual self and trying to be grateful or thankful for the nice thing.
A beef taco or a chicken taco.
Fuck that. Chicken taco salad. Who eats chicken taco salad?
I've seen you eat chicken before. Just fucking eat the chicken.
They don't even make the taco salad anymore, man.
Nobody's missing it, Fran. It's all right.
Well, no, so he flying to Japan.
Oh, right, yeah.
Originally, he said like he wanted to sit like not in first class. Like first class, you get like those pods where like you can totally lay down. But then there's another one where like your seat like reclines at least. You know, you get like a big screen and fucking headphones. So that's where he wanted to be, and I was like, no, I can't do it. Like I cannot spend money like that. But to his point, he's like, well, this is the experience, right? Like, maybe if we sit here, we can get a couple of hours of sleep, and then when we get there, we can just like hit the ground running, you know? We don't have a lot of time, so let's just maximize. No, I still can't do it. So I wake up today and he's like, so I used, and we've agreed, like, he has his own business account, and whatever he makes on his like side money is his, you know? He does normally spend it on travel though, because I'm so fucking frugal about everything. But so yeah, I woke up today and he's like, I upgraded our seats to at least the ones where like you can recline. So, and where we have a layover in Dallas, like you get a lounge access or whatever, because we have like a 3-hour layover there. So I was like, well, that was nice. Thank you. I'm trying to be just thankful for the nice gesture, nice thing he did. So I just left it as, don't tell me how much it was. Thank you for doing it.
I am 1,000,000% with Andy. 1,000,000%. And my question for you is,
you guys like spending money on things though? Like, I don't.
No, because what you just...
You will spend money when you travel.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Because I think like Andy. Okay, so, here's
the experience.
Yeah. My question for you is, why is something that is tangible more valuable to you than something that you can experience in your body, in your mind, in a memory?
I don't think it is. So like us going to Japan and having this vacation, that is an experience I'm willing to pay for. But like if I can have, to me, the same experience in this seat for less money than I'm going to have in this seat, that doesn't change the experience.
You're diminishing its value.
Right. Yeah.
So you don't...
The seat on the plane, not the trip.
I know.
Not
no, I know
vacation.
what we're talking about. I'm talking about the experience within the trip. Right? Because inevitably, right, like, you're not going to remember everything that you saw. You're not going to remember everything that you read on the plaques. You're not going to remember, right? You're going to remember how you feel. You're going to remember that when Andy looked over at you when you were at the museum and you guys had a moment because that guy had weird hair. Like, like, you're going to remember those things, right? And so the more engaged you are with the experience, and what does that mean, right? Like, sleep and enjoyment and ease of travel. And like, because traveling is it's shit. It sucks. And so you lose half of a day to moods, right? Sometimes it's just, I get why we would, if we're gonna go, let's do it and give ourselves the best shot at having like this experientially really magnificent thing happen, right? Like, and I get that because I all my traveling experiences, everything that's on my arm is not because of what I saw, it's because of how I felt when I was there. That's it.
Yeah.
I don't even remember, I don't know. And so I get it. I think, and maybe that's a lot to apply to a plane, but like for me, especially with my fucking ass problem, like 13 hours in a different seat could mean a whole lot. And I mean, that's a specific circumstance. And like, I don't know, I got upgraded to first class on my flight home from New York. And it was, when you are getting off the plane, it's like you're getting kind of up from a couch that you snuggled on for a couple of hours. Like, it's different. It's different.
Yeah. It is different. When one of our anniversaries, we went to California and it was like a direct flight, 6 hours, and he upgraded us to first class. The first time I'd ever been in first class. And it was an experience. I didn't even like go to sleep on the plane. Like, this guy was knocked out. I'm like, I'm enjoying every moment of this. I'm having all 8 courses they're going to give me. Open bar, my seat's comfortable, I'm watching TV. Like, it was
and you're eating
fantastic.
meals.
I loved it.
You're just it's a totally different experience. And it's like if I have the means, right, to do that. And that's that's kind of how I live my life. This is one life, yo. And this is new. Okay, I used to be quite frugal myself when I was working at Best Buy and trying to go to school and like doing all the things.
Yeah.
Life is different when you decide not to be frugal. Like when you say to yourself, I worked really hard. Like I worked really hard and I got here and I'm going to really, really enjoy my experience in Japan because I worked really hard and I'm now in my second phase of life. And in this phase of life, I might upgrade to first class every now and then. And it's not going to throw me into the poorhouse and I'm not going to risk not being able to pay my bills to do it. Like, no, of course not. And this is like, what if it was $2,000 countertops? What if it was? And like, okay, what is that? Like, what are countertops going to do at the end of your life?
How are countertops going to bring me joy?
Yes.
At least this trip might.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Like, invest in your experience, not things. Like, I don't know. And this is new for me. I don't know. I'm sounding preachy as if I've always done this. I have not always done this. But
I mean, I've always done it. I've always felt it with the experience versus a thing. Yeah. But it's just like when I feel like, oh, I can have the same for this, but it's probably not. I probably, like, if I could do both, if I could do the flight in a regular seat and I could do a flight in this seat, I bet I'm going to be much happier when I land in this one and probably have like a better experience in the beginning than I would have normally. I just have to keep reminding myself, this is actually going to add. This is part of the experience. Shit, it is. It's fucking the first 16 hours of it.
Yeah. It could be a decent day. It doesn't have to be a shitty travel experience as you're anticipating, which I always do, especially if the flight is more than 3 hours. If it's more than 3 hours, I want to die already. By the time I'm getting on it, I hate it.
Yeah.
And I did Boston to Tokyo in a regular seat, and it's already way better in an international plane rather than so it's gonna be a good experience, whatever you've got coming.
Yes.
I don't know. It's good. Is it Japan Air? What are you taking?
Yeah. Yeah. So we have to go to Charlie's house so we can get his passport. And then I've got to take Bailey and Ziggy over to Andy's dad's. He's going to watch them while we're gone. And hopefully Oliver is not missing me as much as I'm missing him while he's in training. Andy's like, I wonder if he's actually going to be like a well-trained dog or if the trainer's just going to throw in the towel.
I'm going to go with option B.
Oh my God.
That is one stubborn mofo.
I have never had a dog I couldn't train, dude.
I just like one stubborn mofo. I don't know if I've ever seen a dog that stubborn.
He's definitely trainable. Like, I know he knows things.
Oh yeah.
It's just like you said, he's such a fucking bullhead. He like
just wants what he wants. There's no like, maybe that gets better with age. How old is he?
2.
Yeah, he's young. He's still a pupper.
Yeah.
I haven't, I'm still struggling to like Remy, honestly. But I didn't like any of my dogs a whole lot until like 4. Like, they were pains in the ass. Like, and I loved them, you know, but they were more work than they were giving, right? Until about 4.
When we adopted him, the one thing I said was, I don't want a puppy. Like, I don't want a young dog. And Sure as shit, he was 1 year. He is cute, though. I'll give him that.
I mean, you're in love. I feel like if he was easy or a pushover, you wouldn't even like him.
Well, that's probably true. He's literally like my best friend here. Like, I mean, you're my best friend, but like here in Florida, he's my best friend.
Did you just say your dog is your best friend? like that's my competition in Florida. Is that fucking thing?
Yes.
How do I compete with that? What were we talking about before we went out? Because I wanted to continue whatever that was, and now I can't remember what it was.
Me finding like the value in the experience versus the thing.
Yeah.
You know, we were talking about that.
Yep.
You're right. And I do that. Like I literally like work so that I can travel pretty much. Like that's my biggest goal. But it's spending money whilst I'm traveling that I have a hard time with.
Really?
And he's always I'm the
opposite.
Well, hold on. Like we'll go out for, you know, a meal. I'm like, no. I'll eat cheaper food. And Andy's like, no, this is why we're here. This is
Yes, experience. Although spending money does not always equate to the best food experience.
True.
When you're traveling. True. Actually.
Yeah. I don't think we're gonna have a hard time finding good food there. Like
in Japan? No, definitely not.
Yeah.
There's gonna be street food everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah. And we love sushi. And they've got like apparently the best fish goes there. So
yeah. Also a reason why I don't really love Japan. Like I'm not like a diehard seafood person.
Yeah.
Like also not a diehard Japanese food lover either.
Yeah.
That's a huge reason for me to travel places. Like I really like to try new foods and like
we typically like that's how we plan like our itinerary. Like you like plot out all the food places and then you just your whatever experiences you have from food place to food place is the trip, you know?
Yeah. Beautiful. It's a great way of doing it. I like when we went to where did we fucking go? God damn it. Aruba. And it was on a resort, right? And you're like, oh yeah, a resort, how great. Like it's awful. Resort traveling is terrible. You get like I'm like, can we get off this fucking resort so I can have something other than a cucumber fucking sandwich? Like, can we like, and like the mass produced like pizza and omelet stations, and I'm like,
I feel the same about cruises. Like it's
yes.
It's just I don't want to eat for the masses.
Yeah, I don't want to eat that. That's not why I'm on vacation.
Yeah.
I want to go have trouble ordering because the language is different. And I want to see what I get as a result. And I want to try that. Like, that's traveling to me. Like, I don't.
Yeah.
And that is problematic if you and someone you're dating travels differently.
I can see that.
Problematic.
Yeah. Yeah. Good thing we travel the same.
You and Andy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even when I was vegan when we did our trip to like Paris.
What do you eat in Paris that doesn't have butter?
Well, yeah. So I don't. Like that was the only time in that year that I just didn't like I could eat whatever I want, you know, cuz like that is a big part of my traveling experience and I don't want to limit myself to like you know, amazing. I had snails. But see, that's even like me not limiting myself cuz I want if I'm ever going to do it, it's going to be in France.
I know.
And I had what is it? Escargot?
Yeah, well, snails, right? Isn't that what that is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I thought so is it escargot's like the fish thing, isn't it?
No, that's
caviar.
Yes.
Okay.
Jesus.
All right. I know. So yeah,
escargot. Explain caviar to me. Explain what it tastes like. I'm disgusted by its concept. I can't even like
if you shut your brain off.
Yeah.
Then
I'm happy to do that.
So I had raviolis with like, instead of having like a meat filling, it was like escargot filling. But I can't really tell you like this is what the snail tasted like, because it was like, it tasted like fucking butter and cheese, you know?
Wait. What was the filling in your ravioli?
It was escargot and like
snail.
some cheesy thing.
So, okay, I could do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like clamping onto the I think I'm not down. Not down
I
with that.
didn't do that.
No. Escargot though. Have you had that? Not escargot. Sorry, caviar. Have you had caviar?
Nope. Haven't had caviar either.
Neither.
I've had roe, which is like, you know, like the orange fish eggs on sushi.
Yeah, we've all had that, right? I don't know. Doesn't taste like anything.
I don't think everyone eats that.
No.
Well, like the black, you know.
Yeah.
Pate looking shit.
What does it taste like? Oh, did I show you my new piercing? By the way?
No. No, you're super gay. Wow.
Oh.
How'd you get injured?
Oh. Huh?
Did it hurt?
Not really.
It didn't feel like anything, huh?
Yeah, you could feel it, but no, it's not as bad as tattoos.
I like tattoos. They don't feel bad to me.
It's a weird nervous system thing. I don't have whatever that is that has people enjoy it. I do not enjoy tattoos. I enjoy having them. I don't enjoy getting them.
Here, like right here hurt. But when we did this one, that didn't hurt.
Yeah, it was fine. It's like, I think until I got this, right, I was fine with the process. I was like, okay, it's a little bit of pain for a little bit of time. Right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, there's no other tattoo I had that took more than an hour or two. Right?
Yeah. Totally different experience, dude.
Oh my God. Like the grinding and the for like hours on end in the same fucking place, and then you're gonna add color. You're gonna add color to all that rawness for hours. My body, like when I toward the end when I went back for sessions, like my body was like, no, we're not gonna tolerate this for even a moment. No. And then I had like panic attack and I threw up in like her garbage can. It was like a whole thing. This was like last few sessions. Like I have had tens of hours of work done. Last few sessions, I couldn't my body wouldn't let me sit for it. I had to get like numbing cream and shit. I did this whole arm without numbing cream until like the last session.
Wow. I've never done numbing cream.
So the last session was this.
Yeah.
Bro. Like I don't even like in here. You see how bald my elbow is? She did me a favor. Mm-hmm. There's just a couple lines through there.
Yeah. I will say this part, like in your ditch, that fucking hurt.
Yep. See, it's just a little bit of shadow and a couple of lines. She did me a solid there too.
I got a full-on
Hollis. Nope.
And then it wasn't even like, I felt like it wasn't dark enough the first time, so I went back and had her shade it some more. Yeah. There's three different sittings in this. And they were all 6 to 8 hours. My longest one was 8 hours. I sat for this whole thing, and that was like 6.5. And I think Vietnam was another like 6. And then the rest of them were like 4 to 5. Like, yeah. I think because like you're actually you're working kind of a small section when you're doing color. Like she's doing like this, like
look at how concentrated she was for how long she was with all that color. Like, that color goes in all separate. That's already raw when she's changing colors. Like, it's bad. I'm like, fuck, man.
Yeah.
Grinding.
I only did this in color, the pineapple, and I won't do color again.
Because of that?
Well, because this bled. Like, I don't know if you can tell, but like there's green that like bled under my skin.
Yeah.
So around it is like tinted green.
I can see it now that you pointed it out, yeah.
And so then I was just afraid that, like, I don't know, maybe I have a problem with color or something. And
I was gonna say, is that specific to your skin or is that bad tattooing?
Could have been the color that they use, like the ink. Could have been.
Yeah, it could have been
tattoo guy. The guy that did this is like, he was in fucking magazines and shit. He was like one of the best fucking tattoo artists in the area.
So then probably some
seemed like it would have been him.
Other factor, yeah.
Yeah.
And then like Mo always makes or made comments about like, oh, your skin takes color so well, and like that's a whole thing. I think it's like a whole.
Like, what does that mean?
Yeah, I have no idea.
What does that mean? It's sucking it up like a sponge? I don't know.
I guess. Yeah. And then people see it are like, man, I've never seen such vivid color in a tattoo.
Color does look great. Yeah.
I was like, it better look like this. Shit. For how expensive it is. What the fuck?
Yeah. But see, maybe that tattoo on me would be like.
Yeah, maybe.
A blob of.
So maybe it's like skin type stuff.
Yeah. I don't know how we got on this.
My body not wanting to sit for it. What was it? I like it. You said I like them. So it was like a small piece of something I was saying.
Oh, you said it's not like getting a tattoo about something else we were talking about.
Piercing. Okay, we're backing it up. Piercing.
Yeah.
Got it. Yeah. This was, in fact, not my idea. What I wanted was...
Who peer pressured you?
Melissa's daughter.
Okay.
I mean, she didn't peer pressure me, but Melissa's on her way. She wants to say hi to you. So stay.
Oh.
Too.
Okay.
But you just fix your hair to see Melissa?
Oh, no. I think I've been doing this all day because I just got my hair cut. So I'm trying to figure out, like, if I like it, I guess.
Dude, I started taking supplements, hair growth supplements.
Yes. Tell me which ones work.
Shit is nutty, dude. Like, yeah, I don't know, because my hair is greasy, you won't be able to see it, but like, oh, hang on. Let me see if it'll work. If I put my hair up for work, right? It's too greasy, so they're sticking, but like, you can see new growth coming out of everywhere.
It looks thicker, actually, because like...
Look at that. This is all new growth.
Oh,
yeah. Crazy.
So what is it?
It's like $60 a bottle, and you gotta take 3 pills a day, but it is... I know, yeah. And they're horse pills too, but it works. I'll send you a link.
Send it to me. Andy's on Hims. There's like a chewable vitamin for hair.
Hers has... Yeah, Hims and Hers is like the same company, but whatever. But
yeah,
they didn't actually make the list. Like, there are lists of like best formulas and like what makes your hair thicker versus longer versus like a whole thing. And this was on like every list along with the Nutrafol. Those were the two.
That's the one I saw, and I was like, that shit's way too expensive. I was like, I don't know if I want to try it. That wouldn't be my first try.
Yeah, those are the two that have the best results, according to all the lists that I read extensively before making my choice, because it was way too expensive to be flippant.
I can try that one. I know the neutral one because Charlie uses it. And Charlie at 50 still has a freaking head of hair, man.
Yeah. Hair La Vie. It's $100 for 2 bottles and $60 for 1. So
okay.
And if you subscribe and save, it's cheaper. And right now there's a coupon if you want it. But on Amazon.
Okay.
I shall send it to you.
Yeah. So I was gonna try the hers, but
why? What's wrong with your hair?
nothing. It's like thin.
Is it?
Like,
Doesn't
yeah.
seem
I
thin.
feel like when I put my hair up, like I can see more of my scalp than I want to.
Yes. Yes. Is that like new with age for you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Also, my hair is like so gray now. I feel like when I went to Texas, like I think my hair
got
just
grayer.
like, rippled in grayness. Yeah.
That's right.
But the like my hairdresser is just like I wouldn't get into coloring your hair because then it's like a constant like maintenance you have to keep doing. She's like your gray blends in with your hair color so nicely. Just leave it.
It really does. You can't even like. I will not have that luxury.
True. Yeah.
Although I do have it like just in front. Like I'm not seeing it like in full strands yet. But like, and my new growth is all like the dark black color. So like, I don't know. I mean, I'm grateful, but according to my mother and genetics, I will be completely gray by the time I'm 50 or 60. Hi, baby. Come say hi. Yeah, we're recording. You're all over the place. There's no secret about what you look like. Sure.
Did Christina tell you that I said to come visit Denver, please, as soon as possible?
No.
Yeah,
yes,
we can get there. Yeah, when are you coming?
Yes. I will. Gosh, I don't know. Like, what's September? I know you guys are doing a trip in October.
Oh yeah, you're not coming to that, right?
No.
Okay.
And then the end of October, I can't because Andy goes out of town for the boat show.
Well, I'm not coming home for any of the holidays. Are you doing family stuff? I mean, your mom's gonna be living there, so I'm assuming you'll be doing.
Yeah, but I don't know if she'll be here by like November. I don't know.
That's true.
I have no idea how long it's gonna take.
We can totally do a Friendsgiving.
Yeah, I'm down.
You want to come?
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, and you're just stay here. We'll figure it out.
We will figure it out.
And I can also just sleep with Pam.
Okay, so could I. Right?
That's true. Yeah. So that might be a little more awkward.
Pam and I are building our friendship without you.
If an awkward night in the same bed is what it takes.
I don't know. Pam sleeps naked, doesn't she?
Well, she wouldn't in that scenario. And I'm already used to her all her grossness, so I would not subject you to it. So
that's funny.
Oh, we can sleep at Melissa's house, she says.
Oh, nice. You can, and then I'll just take care of him.
We're a little too far away for that, so you got to come with us. You got to come with me.
Oh.
No.
All right. Well, what are you guys getting into today?
Don't spend money on. This is we were not supposed to hang out today. So like while we were podcasting, she just texted and said, "Can we go on an adventure?" Because her daughter.
Yeah. Then I got kind of a surprise day because Reagan's working and Olivia's got stuff going on. So I feel like we should get out in nature today.
You should nature.
Yeah,
that sounds like hiking.
Ooh, hiking.
Hiking light, maybe.
Urban hiking.
Flattish level walking.
Did you hear the podcast what this bitch did? Oh my god. So she's the reason I look the way I do now, by the way.
You're welcome.
Not. Here.
Ran.
No. Oh god, what was that hike?
Wait, was it the hike story that I did hear that I remember that was so funny was the one where you were sick. I think this is a while ago though. Remember?
Yes.
And
she was hungover.
Yeah, and she like
What's going on?
and on And like he didn't say anything.
He just sat there like a trooper.
And you're like, that was the kindest thing.
It was the kindest. He could have said so much. He could have been so offended. He could have hit me. He was just like, that's all right, man.
Yeah.
He just sat there. He didn't even try to help. He just it didn't. Like it wasn't happening. Like it wasn't happening. No.
That's awesome.
So this hike story happened when you came last year.
Mhm.
And she's like, let's go hiking. I'm like, okay, I can get through a hike, right? I am at like the epitome of my bottom. Like it is bad. Right? Like Jody and I are not like it's bad, right? She goes, let's go to this trail. And I'm like, cool. She doesn't do anything without research. There's nothing that she does that hasn't been researched to a degree that it would make me nauseated just to even think about it, right? So I was like, okay, fine. You can trust it. You can trust what she chose. No, you can't. No, you can't.
It was a great trail.
It was a great trail, and I think these days that trail would be fantastic for my rock collecting. But it was a moderate trail in Boulder. So if something says moderate and it's meant for Coloradans, okay, that is a Florida extremely expert.
Yeah, right?
That's a Florida expert, okay, that I'm not, I'm absolutely not, okay, and I am not faring well. We go, and I am having a great time because I haven't seen my friend in a while, and we are on this trail, and I am like just doing stupid shit that is wasting my energy. And
parkouring everywhere.
Parking.
She had on shoes that had like no thread, like no the sole was worn flat, so she kept slipping all over the place. So every time she would slip, she would do like a flip, like a little flip and a jump and parkour.
Dude.
She had no water. She had to drink all my Camelback.
Nothing. I had her whole. I did because it was just supposed to be a crush hike. No, and then okay. Finally, it's time to do the hard part. Get back.
Go back.
Right. Yeah. I have never.
It was a lot of downhill, and like then straight uphill on the way back.
Yeah.
So I'm like, why wouldn't this be in reverse? Why wouldn't you go up first?
That's pretty soul crushing, I feel like.
Yeah. Soul crushing and lung crushing and just pride crushing. Like it was so bad. And like I knew I was out of shape. Okay. Like it wasn't like it was a secret. Like I was the heaviest I had ever been. It was not cute. I was super depressed, getting divorced. Like it wasn't a good time. Right. But like
physically coming to reality with it,
right?
Like
this is like you feel, but this is like I can't bend down and tie my shoes moment, right? It never got there, but like this is like whoa, right? And then I think I just like from there I went and bought kale. Like I don't even know. Like I have not been in that bad of shape since. I think that was bad. Yeah. It was your light bulb moment. My light bulb moment.
Thanks to Fran.
That's right.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. My little hiking nudge.
It was so bad. It was so bad.
You look great. You're doing great. You're feeling great.
Thank you. That's true. And I would make that trail my bitch these days.
Yes.
I need hiking shoes.
Still need proper footwear, though.
Still need proper footwear. Yeah.
Yes. And water helps.
And water. What? Okay.
Yeah. I'll work on that.
Indeed.
Anyway, I'll get out of your frame now. Nice to see you, Fran.
Good to see you.
Kid Jane. I like them. Okay.
What are you guys doing?
This is a surprise that she's even in my proximity. So we're going to try to figure that out. Although she said outdoors, I'm going to have to negotiate away from that. So
outdoors light.
Well, outdoor light means staying in the city and
that
sipping
indoor putt place. That indoor putt place.
Yeah, that would be so fun.
You want to play putt putt?
Play football? No. Yeah. Cocktails. Putt putt on
Good
steroids.
idea. See here? See here? Yes, that's my girl right there. What are you doing today? Or this weekend?
I gotta go get Charlie's passport so we can check in for our flight, and then I've gotta go drop my dogs off at my father-in-law's, and
You're all packed?
I still have to pack. And we have to get up at like 3 a.m. tomorrow, so I don't want to leave that till tonight.
3 a.m.?
Yeah. Yeah, because, well, we have to pick up Charlie by 4:30 to get to the airport at 5. And our flight's at 7.
Which airport?
West Palm.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
So even if we get there at like 5:30 or something, or whatever, we'll still have plenty of time.
Yeah, you can get there like 6 till.
That's what I was thinking, but international flights always scare the shit out of me, Like,
Sure, that's true. Yeah.
Can't miss it and just catch the next one. So.
PBI is the best. If you can ever get a flight in there, I know.
So good. I think I texted Andy the last time when he dropped me off and I flew to Texas. From the time he dropped me off at the door, I was inside having Starbucks coffee in hand, and it had been 9 minutes. What the fuck?
I know.
Love that airport.
I know. And that's the thing, right? Like, that's another experiential decision, because you can most often get tickets from West Palm. They're just more expensive than Fort Lauderdale or Miami.
You spend more to go out of West Palm, for sure.
But the fucking convenience cannot be overstated. Like, it's just
Mm-hmm.
And I don't do so what do you so if you make all the experiential decisions, how much are you going to end up spending on a fucking trip? Like, okay, I can't take Frontier, I'm going to take United. Okay, that's $400 more for your flight. Okay, I'm not going to sit in coach, I'm going to sit in first class. It's another $300 for your flight. Then I'm not going to, I'm only going to fly into PBIA instead of Fort Lauderdale or Miami. And it's another $400 for your flight. Like, we could do this all day. So I understand what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
And all those things would make a much better trip.
Yes. Yeah.
So it depends on what you're
we're splurging on the way there. So we feel better when we get there. And then we're going to have to deal with the regular shit on the way back.
But even the regular shit on an international flight is so much better.
Yeah. And he even did the research on the planes and stuff and was like, this is the plane we have to book. Because, just the regular seats have more leg room and shit. So
that is an impressive amount of research to do before a flight decision.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm assuming your travel experiences are better just because of that.
Yeah, I don't look at that. I wouldn't even know. Okay, cool. Airbus 737. That's what I would book. I don't know what the fuck. I don't know what any of these things are.
I'm booking what's cheapest and does not have a layover. That's what I'm.
That's
booking.
Usually my go-to.
Yeah, and I'll pay more for not having a layover all day, every day. It does not matter. Well, have an amazing time. Send me a bunch of pictures. I won't expect to hear from you at any reasonable time, so just text me when you think of it, and I'll see it when I'm at work.
I'm 13 hours ahead, dude.
Yeah, I know, it's weird.
Yeah, I'll text you when I can, and sorry if I wake you. Just put your phone on D&D.
Yeah, no, it'll always be on silent if I'm sleeping. Just send me whenever. Whenever. So exciting. I'm glad you're going, and I'm glad I'm not.
Okay, cool. I'll let you know all the nasty stares I get.
You're
when
gonna
I have my tits out and my tattoos
tattooed, tall American ginger spice.
Yeah, talking on the subway. Get this.
Talk on your cell phone. Chew gum.
Just out of here.
Wear a, what's the most American band there is? Eagles.
I was gonna say the Eagles.
Okay, well, yeah, they're pretty fucking American.
All right, yeah.
I was gonna say the Beatles, but I'm like, nope, that doesn't fit.
Yeah.
Anyway, have so much fun.
You guys have fun.
Yeah, we shall.
Okay.
Bye.
Right. Yeah.